Yeah.
Leading a lot of laps.
That's
And ending up in victory.
Just like how they're all smiling and then just Ty Gibbs.
We're all here. Can we race like after the race?
Regan Smith.
I don't know. Maybe.
Like that win last week represented
Hey, Carson Hocevar.
Oh, you motherfuckers gotta go to
tying him on the
night
all-time
for work.
list at 11th with Rusty Wallace. But
DJ,
it
the
also
race starts at
represented the
3.
seventh crew chief that Denny
The race will be over by
won with in the
6
Cup Series.
something.
Chris Gale, of course,
What is
getting
that
his
number
first
for
win with
Christopher?
Denny
But why is
last
there an
week.
apostrophe?
When I
Why
spoke
are
to
there
Chris Barnes
quotes?
earlier today, he told me yes, it was a lot of relief off of their
Where's
shoulders
Joey's
to
number?
get
Hi,
there.
Kyle
But
Larson.
that is also the
I don't
expectation,
remember
and
who
as
Joey's
we look
number
High
forward to
future
today,
Bristol
this is a
triple
track that
winner
Denny
next
has his second
weekend.
best average finish
That's
of
not
all
Josh
time on the
Berry's
Cup
normal
circuit with
21, is it?
No, they went to an
8.2 is his
IndyCar
average finish
throwback
in
this
25
week.
races, so don't expect
Oh,
any
hi,
highlights
Ross
out of that 11
Chastain.
team this afternoon.
Hi, non-lobotomy Ross Chastain.
And Austin Cindric in that number 2 Ford that looks a lot
Hey, Ross
like
Chastain looked like 2022 Ross Chastain yesterday.
Row number 4.
That dude was
Kyle
walling
Busch
people.
has led more laps here than any other track. And Kyle
Oh,
Busch,
Chase Elliott.
2008 Darlington winner and runner-up here last fall. Row number 5, Ryan Blaney driving
don't have
his
Chase Elliott
father's
for
Busch
fantasy, do
Series
I?
winning car, and Michael McDowell, 3 top 10
Yeah.
in the last 6 races.
Fuck
here.
Chase
Oh, now that I've
Row
actually
6,
taken
Ty
time,
Gibbs, the
Lawson,
runner-up in
I
this race last
I
year,
didn't realize
and
how
Todd Gilliland with his
is
best ever
like.
Darlington
He's
start.
racing again this week.
Carson
Gross.
Hocevar paced practice yesterday in his
Motherfucker
Chevrolet.
got Bell,
And Chris
Byron.
Fisher
Put a bet on JJ Yeley to win.
And, I mean, Carson Hocevar, but
Then
what
it's
does that
Chase
matter?
Elliott in a Ken
Put on
Schrader.
25
I thought about
Chevrolet
starting Hocevar today because he's starting
Zane
13th,
Smith
but I
driving a
didn't
Ford for
trust
front
it.
row.
Hocevar might not be a bad pick for
Christopher
Diego.
Bell,
Yeah,
on,
it's
Griffin.
probably-
Just take home.
mentor, sprint cars,
Go down to
Rick
like a dollar
Burkle
bet
and
on
Joey
JJ
Logano,
Yeley.
honoring the hometown hero,
I threw it
Cale
on 10.
Yarborough. Row number 10,
Bro,
Kyle
what?
Larson, the
I'm gonna pick
2023 Southern
Diego.
500 winner.
Let's
burning
And
money.
Brad Keselowski,
Huh?
last year's
burning
winner of
money.
this race. Here's Jamie Little.
It's just $10. Pays out to 7K, so.
This weekend, he unveiled his Indy
What did you do?
500 paint scheme. Then earlier today,
JJ Yeley to win?
Yeah.
JJ Yeley to win pays out to 7K if you bet 10.
His name is Ian Happ. He catches baseballs.
Okay, I didn't do that.
I
did.
Hi, Kyle Larson.
Y'all are gonna cook me for this.
What just
That's future Bristol triple winner to you.
They're saying that wasn't a
He's
catch.
winning all 3.
Thanks, Jamie. Well, crew chief, what do you got for us today?
Well, Mike, Darlington is one of the toughest racetracks we
Nobody
go to
fucking
get
scored.
that handling right, to find the balance between the two ends of the racetrack. You don't want it
Oh, I
tight,
got
the front tire sliding.
Kyle
They
You
call-
don't want
winning,
the rear hung
Oh
out.
my
Larson
God.
top
Those
3,
rear tires.
Chastain
Let's
top
go to
5.
our Toyota Camry cutaway car,
That's what I got.
and let's look at a
They
handling
called that a
tube
no
under
catch.
the rear of the car. The Gen 7 car has independent rear suspension. Look at that anti-roll bar,
On at the
or
Gen 7.
rear sway bar, and it does exactly what
You
it
trap
says.
it?
In
Oh.
travel, it resists the roll in the
Like
race
catch
car.
to me.
Now, how it hooks to the suspension on the
Well,
left
now
and
we
the
got
right
slow
rear
ass Manny
are those
Machado on
couplings
first
right there,
and
it's a
Ariza's
joint.
out.
Now,
So
how you adjust
fuck it.
the
At least we
stiffness
got one.
of the
What's
sway bar is through
Oh,
those
yeah.
green blades right there.
that what the dogs were tweaking about?
That's the stiffest setting. When you lay it on its side flat right there, that's the softest setting. You can adjust it on the left rear or the right rear. There's also 3 different settings in between stiff
The
and soft. Now again, this tool is used to control the resistance of the roll in the rear of the car.
Is that your cat just came
About
in?
half the cars running the rear sway bar. The real
It's been the
improvement in
craziest
running
inning and a
that
half I've
is
ever
helping
seen.
the car in traffic, but you have to be careful. You have to keep that car tight because it's
What
going
in
to
the
be turning
fuck
so
is
good.
happening?
Thanks, Larry. 85 degrees is the temperature.
I don't know how the fuck
here.
they could have
Winds
called
out
that
of the southwest
a
and lot of
trap.
Big puffy clouds, but no rain in the forecast.
He called it a fucking
The
foot
asphalt
off the
right now
ground.
at 122 degrees. And I'll bet it feels just that in those grandstands. So it's hot today, Regan.
Well, Mike, it is hot today, and if you can imagine how hot it's
Wind.
going to be
85
inside of these race
degrees,
cars,
I
I want you to
fucking
take a
wish.
look at a little bit of technology here that drivers will be using. This is
Oh,
the
it
technology
will be
that
at
many of these
Talladega,
race car
DJ.
drivers
You
use
know
right
it
now.
will be.
You see these veins in it. The water
I don't remember
actually
the last
flows
race I
through this.
was
They
here to
plug
watch
this
with
in
y'all.
when they get into the race car into a
Hey, John.
device that looks like a radiator. It then cycles the water through, keeping them cool, not only on the front, but as well on the back of their chest. This goes underneath their driver's uniform. This is one of the best things that these guys can have
It
on
really
a hot
went to
day like
Phoenix?
this. But we have seen these things go bad last week. As a matter of fact, 3 of them went bad for different reasons. When that
still
happens,
been
this
recording
turns
them,
into
right?
scalding water inside the suit, and that becomes a major problem for the driver. So keep an eye on that today. While this is very good, if something happens and it doesn't work, it could be a problem as well.
You got games on your phone?
Y'all,
Yeah,
you
games
still been
on your
recording them,
phone.
Seth?
There's Tyler Reddick wearing one of those suits as he
like I told you,
walk toward their cars.
I don't know how the
Here's
schedule's
today's
going
race
to be
analysis.
changing with everything, but as of now,
400
like just
miles
everything now,
is
I
today's distance.
close
That's
every night
293
except
laps. 90,
Sundays,
95,
and then my two off days are Monday,
108
Tuesdays.
are the stage
Sundays are only
lengths,
open, so
45
I'm
miles an
here
hour.
at least.
So we're gonna start getting DJ for races.
Here's what some of the drivers
You're the fucking manager. You ain't got no day off.
I know.
Best get your ass in there and make me a pita, motherfucker.
My favorite track in the first bit is Darlington. Love that place. It's one of the toughest tracks I've ever done. I can't imagine two corners ever being so difficult.
I told him yesterday I found out my
one of the toughest
GM
tracks is
accepted
Darlington. Because you
job up in Ann Arbor.
Darlington has to be one of the toughest tracks.
Yeah, I'd say Darlington. That's been a place I feel like, you know, the past year.
Yeah,
and
I have bottled waters.
The dude with the chains on his hand with the chains breaking, dude. I was like, that's how DJ is right now.
All right, Larry has today's Keystone Light Race strategy.
Well, Mike, it's so easy. 4 times
What?
every stop.
Oh yeah,
chance
I've
you
seen
get.
that because Dale
Split all
Jr.
3
got a
stages in
crack
half.
at it.
Maybe
Jr.
it's
said that when he
final
heard
stage,
it,
108 laps,
he thought it was the highlight of the
possibly in
weekend.
thirds, and it's about give and take. Race the racetrack. This old racetrack is your toughest
Peterborough
competitor
got that
today.
same manager test that McDonald's does.
Larry, Kevin,
What's
how,
that?
uh,
Hamburger.
Boss
What's
429,
that? French
that
fry.
is a real
You are a
Wood
manager.
Brothers race engine in both
Here's
those
your name
cars.
tag.
Take that motor out and put it right
I
in
can't
one of
believe my
these things.
sister
That's
had
how
to
much
take
power it
a
had.
drug
Those
test
things
to be a
were
manager for
awesome to
Burger King,
drive.
and all I had to do
I
was
just
take a
can't
food
believe
safety
that
test
they ran
for
as fast
Panera.
as they did in those cars after sitting in there. It's not like anything I've ever driven.
They were nuts, Mike. He went to hit his brakes. No
Hello,
brakes on
Briscoe.
anybody. They're
Get this
drum
dude off my
brakes on that
screen.
baby.
Boo.
All horsepower.
Wow.
No stopping with them things. I can't believe we got that opportunity.
This umpire's
Yeah,
clueless.
all these throwback cars, and then we got Boring Briscoe and Tyler Reddick with a burger
It's
car.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's
great.
I'm jealous. That looked like a lot of fun.
It was.
It's pronounced
Yeah, they let
Wicked.
Kevin and Clint do it. You missed it. Said they asked Kevin how he felt. He's like, oh, it feels good, as always, in front of Boyers still.
To show the history and the heritage of this sport, to have those cars.
All
and
these
people
fun
at the
throwback
racetrack with
cars, and the
Wood Brothers
Toyotas had to
family,
be boring.
that goes to
Come on,
almost
Hap.
every team in the garage. So a lot of history.
Atta
in this
boy.
sport.
Look at him
Most
go.
days you can see both of those cars in the Wood
Here,
Brothers Museum.
Your
in Stewart,
entire
Virginia.
team just
Yeah,
was
how about
lobotomized inside this
Well,
whole weekend game.
That's the hardest part.
Griffin.
Yeah, we got to go back to our day
Couple
job. I'm on
minutes here,
such a
boys.
high
I'm
from
about to
being in
be
those cars. That racetrack, hot and slick. Going to have a workload through the roof today, up by the wall.
Our
Everybody
car says
out here,
got
Kevin,
caught.
talk about tight after practice yesterday.
Yeah, and you have to be patient as a driver. This racetrack, you have to race the racetrack, and I know that you'll hear us say that a lot today.
That's
I didn't
so
realize
so
you were
easy
still
to
with
make a
next week
mistake
already.
when that
I'm
sun
running
goes
up.
Yeah, I gotta buy
down,
my
you're gonna have
tickets.
some
I've
handling
been slacking off. I haven't
characteristics,
bought my ticket
that
too.
are different. So it's going to be a full workload like
Oh
you
yeah, I
said,
have
with
all
driving.
Goodyear.
And it starts right here
Michigan.
off of turn 2. Very narrow off at turn 2, especially on restart.
Boys, we're coming to
I'll
green.
have to look.
That Ford Mustang
Get down.
Horse pace car that Clint
Oh,
Friday
Carl.
for pit road. Nice crowd on hand. Hot day. In the
That motherfucker's
Carolinas,
still
and
drivers.
here
He's just
they
at the
come.
track.
William Byron, Priest,
I've
Chevy
actually been
and
in like
Ford front
he
row.
doesn't use
Green
social media or
flag
anything,
waves
so
the
he's
Goodyear
been like
400s underway.
just gone, literally gone for the last. What it's been 8 years now? Going on 9. Just like head racer. Good luck.
I was gonna say the same
Always
thing.
one
All
of the
right,
hardest
cool.
parts
Nice
of the
race,
race right
everybody.
there, coming off of turn 2, trying to get
Thanks for
single
showing up,
file
everybody.
too wide.
Race
You're going to
over.
see these guys run the bottom of the racetrack all
The
way-
funny
all the
thing
way
is that
below
umpire was trying to
that
give
line,
San
but you're gonna
Diego
pay
a
the
fucking
price if
free
you run
base
down there
runner,
too
but
long.
Wait a minute.
You have
Can
to
I
take
actually
care of
like
the
enjoy
tires.
a
This
race
car
week,
will
a race
burn that
Sunday?
right rear
Wait,
tire off.
hold
Take
on.
care of the tires. When's that start, Kevin?
Now, it starts right now, but you can't give up any track position at the beginning of these restarts. You have to protect yourself and put yourself in a position to maintain or minimize the loss of track position as much as you can.
all right, I want to see a Kyle Tucker fire suit right here.
Is this
Ryan
the
Blaney,
finale?
Kyle
or is it
Tucker
just
fire
the-
suit.
Trying to pick up not one, but two
Darlington's
spots.
No,
playoff
Kyle
opener
Tucker
again, I
fire
think.
suit.
And does.
Yeah,
Oh, the
What's
playoff
cool about
opener.
that turn 3
Yeah,
and 4, I
it's the
mean,
playoff opener again.
realistically,
He did it!
off the racetrack
He
right
did
there.
it!
Fast
Hold on
starts
again,
kinda
man.
Kyle Tucker fire suit.
You can get
Kyle
low,
Tucker
you
fire
can
yard,
get
no
low,
way.
a lot of tires.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yeah, and you see him right there funnel off at turn 2. It's so there's
The
a
Cubs
patch
may not
that's
lose
another
awesome.
game all
Pointed in
year.
to be gray like the rest of
I
the
was
racetrack.
hoping
Kyle
they
Tucker
Minecraft
Oh,
me on the
hell,
comments,
King
bro.
Tuck.
To run
Fuck
too wide. You
yes.
see Blaney shoot down below those hash marks.
Hey, this
And
dude
as
is
those
Padres
hash marks
undefeated
get
what?
up, those things get more grip.
Welcome
and
to
I used
Wrigley,
love
you
to-
fucking
to
faggots.
use those things and hook that right side tire on
Damn
those
right,
hash
bro.
marks.
There it is.
Track workers were late into the night.
Dude, that was a fucking bomb.
Cedric's about
Every time they hit a home run, they play that song.
too high for this.
Oh, no. And we're dead.
Oh.
Kyle Larson.
What?
Hey, guys, see you later.
Yep, I'd like to change my fantasy pick, please. I'd like to start to 77. That's okay. Who's first going to finish like 30th anyway?
Austin is killed in
Well, I'm going to the gas station. I'll be back in a little bit.
One Kyle homers, the other homers himself into the wall.
You're rolling if you can. Nope, he's done. Five's done.
You're telling me.
Wow.
If the Cubs
Nope, he just Kyle Larson fire suited.
Shades of Jimmy Johnson.
You're right. Jimmy Jam. You're right.
Not God, what a pickup.
Wait, and technically that same 40. If you want to be technical, that same 48. If I'm right.
No, it was a different paint scheme.
No,
it was the ally like purple and gold.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's like number 6 for him already, son, and the ivy hasn't even grown yet.
He might
hit 60. He might hit 60.
Larson is done for the day.
Kyle Larson got wrecked.
He wrecked himself.
Kyle Tucker goes yard and Kyle Larson wrecks. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Larson fires you.
Dance, B.
Oh, that's funny. Larson got the
Shades of Terry Labonte.
Larson got the best paint
Oh, Seth.
for the fan vote, and only
You should tell Seth what happened earlier.
Oh yeah, so Chewy DM'd me on Discord and was like, "Let me into the VC." I ignored it because I don't have perms to do that. So then he goes to General 2 and he puts "Let me in" with like a fucking like 8-bit dude like freaking out. So I changed the fucking event thing in General 1 to the thinking emoji. Nah. Just to fucking be a dick and clown on him. And then I changed it to the dancing, like that fucking dog like gif.
That
and then I changed
dog type gif?
Yeah, the fucking one that Seth sent me when he said Loki scratching his fucking ass or some shit like that. And then I changed it to 02 being smug in Locke's door.
I was wondering why I said Locke's doors.
That's fucking awesome.
Apparently this is a streak. Kyle Larson has wrecked in every single Darlington spring race in the Gen 7.
Kyle Larson fires too.
Streak. He wrecked at 22, he wrecked at 23 with Chastain, and then he wrecked at 24.
And we're looking at 25.
And now we're looking at 25, and he wrecked on lap 4.
Kyle Larson fires too.
This is a trend.
Hello, fantasy driver.
Apparently, like he posted this like 2 minutes before he wrecked. Sorry, Larson.
At the little like minute before he wrecked, NBC posted about him winning the fan vote for best paint scheme of the weekend.
Is this the day that Dawson has a bad day? Please put it down in the comments.
Well, hey, think about it. Talked about the missed race because him not being there. There you go.
Half the field has
Last
come
place.
to pit road under this first caution flag of the day.
No
for
point.
Kyle Larson at lap number 4. Here's Denny Hamlin's pit stop. The 2311 cars leaving.
I love that for fantasy.
Well, I like this. I always want to be on offense, and that first run of the race is always a little bit harder on the tires. With the racetrack clean, get a quick adjustment on your car, and these guys are going to be able to be on offense and try to go forward.
Ryan Blaney had to back up in his pit stall to leave to avoid this car, the 88.
What, 5 laps?
Kyle Larson fire suit.
Regan?
Mike, just to follow up on what Kevin said about being on the offense, that's exactly what Chris Gale and Denny Hamlin's team were thinking right there. They figured they were going to be one of the last cars in line that stayed out on those 3-lap tires, and were worried about that, so the option was to put the driver on the offense instead.
All right, let's take a look at what happened to Kyle Larson at turn 2.
The Rockies aren't even a real team.
Fuck
off.
Right back here, he's going to get those left side tires below those hash marks, and that's in that section. It was before the bump that car took off, and the way that they repaved that section, it doesn't really flow like the banking does. It's much harder to cross, so getting those left side tires on the apron right there, really
edging, right?
Yeah. and it's already pretty edgy when you're side by side like that and having to pinch that car down and touching the apron at the same time. Just spun out.
And here's what happened on Ryan Blaney's stop. You can see he stops deep in the box, almost right up to the white line. Right side's done. They come around to the left, and you see the pit board waving.
I feel like the Cubs outfield is set up to have a lot of those heated moments like happened fucking PCA just had. Because you got a fucking crazier and defensive player in the middle who's young and brash and ready to fucking make a name, and then you got two Gold Glovers like keeping him confined.
Where they can repair that car and
I just hope there's no fucking like
Kyle
Schwarber.
Said right there at the beginning
Milton
of the
Bradley
race.
Milton Bradley.
Or Dante
one of the
Fowler.
That is the trickiest.
Dexter
Fowler.
Dexter.
Run out of
I don't know why I wanted to call him Dante.
An apron and even the bump now. That bump is massive. They can unload your car
Strike.
if you got wheel in it.
Come on now.
People out.
And before they repave that section of the
this
corner,
guy
you could
has
use the
missed
apron
like
to
8
kind of
pitches
cheat
already.
down the racetrack, and I think that's what Kyle was trying to do, was cheat down the racetrack a little bit to give himself room to Logano. But now that transition of the inside lane and the outside lane are sharper, it makes it much tougher.
So the first of the drivers that did pit is Bubba Wallace, who is 17.
Oh man,
Byron
use your
Reese,
elbow.
Cindric Briscoe, Bush McDowell, all stayed out. Back to green.
Dude throws hard.
What are you talking about? He's got the push lane.
Oh.
3 wide, turn 2.
Bish.
New tires coming. To see a lot of cars tied almost into the fence there, 2 or 3 deep of rows.
Already.
That's one thing when you go back on a refire, Kevin, on old tires, trying to figure out how much grip it gave up.
Well, and these guys up in the front of the pack, they want to run as far away as they can, get singled out as much as they can, because they know that those new tires are going to get to a point of catching them in some way, shape, or form. But track position is still going to be very, very. It's going to be king, I guess, is the best way to put it. There's going to be where the tires take over from that track position, but we'll have to see if the 4 or 5 laps that they ran, if that's going to take place.
Fuck, that's a good pitch.
Todd Gilliland, Michael McDowell, teammates last year, not so this year.
Look at this.
Yeah.
You
That
see
was
Denny Hamlin on
filthy.
the outside coming 3 wide. That's what he has. That's tires coming on the old tires. Everybody
You got a big old fat ground ball to Dansby right
all
here.
of a sudden creates a hornet's nest.
The first 16 cars on the restart had not stopped. Cars with tires. Buscher has made his way up to 8th. Wallace up to 11th. Gibbs, Reddick, Nemechek all at the back of the top 20 trying to advance here.
That was really showed you the difference in tires with Nemechek on the outside and Reddick pulling his doors off on those new tires.
And that's the hard part when you have a mixed tire strategy like that. Denny got stuck behind that car, and Reddick was able to drive right by on the bottom.
Come on, Brown, stop the bleeding. Big dub play.
Have to be patient. This is a racetrack, but they always told me the old analogy, race the racetrack. It's never been more true than right here at Darlington.
There's the fish
Wallace passed Chastain here. That's 10th place.
Yeah, and he's the first one on those new tires. He's made his way through traffic really well.
Yo, I'm okay with this top 3.
Yeah, because Priest cinch.
Such a difficult racetrack at the beginning of these races, Clint, because you know the adjustments that you made on your car from practice. You're trying to fill your car out. You're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to make progress forward. You're trying to decide where to run on the racetrack. So many decisions to make. But as we saw with Kyle Larson, the line that you cross here is much thinner than everywhere else that we go because of the room on the racetrack and the grip in the tires.
Larry, when will these drivers that got new tires at lap 6, when will this equal out with the drivers that did not stop?
Well, I'm thinking about probably 8 to 10 laps, Mike. Right now, you look at William Byron in that 24 car. There's just
apparently driving straight is hard, and he decided to take a sharp right into a wall.
Because he's got about 2 tenths on the field right now.
Miss me, officer. Biatch.
Oh,
Oh,
going to that point, Larry, adding another layer. You know, everybody.
Is that why Dawson's deafened?
You want a good balance.
No,
on your
Dolphin
race
went to the
car,
gas
trying to get an
station.
indication
Dolphin.
that-
I just
to
called
work with the crew
Dolphin.
chief over the night on where to go with the balance
Dolphin?
of this race. Nobody.
Fuck are you, Dolphin? Fuck are you, Will?
Being in traffic and everything else.
And these guys up front, too, the advantage that they will have. If
Yeah, you said deafened just as I was saying Dawson.
One more set
Fucking
of
heard
tires sitting in the
deafened.
pits, and you never know
Dolphin.
when that could
No,
be valuable.
Dolphin.
William Byron from the pole.
All right, buddy. Dolphin
fastest lap, 167.2 miles per hour.
Come on, Brown. Let me strike out.
All those cars running up
Atta
in the
boy.
top 5 in the open
Dolphin
class.
Weezy.
Yes.
William Byron doing William Byron things, just quietly taking care of business. I knew he was going to be dangerous when he sat on that pole. It was
Damn, all I
yesterday,
needed is
Kevin,
fucking
we were
12 pack of
watching that.
Budweisers
He
right now.
hung
Be a
2.5
perfect
tenths
Sunday
on them
afternoon.
It was just
when
like
he went out, and there was
throwback.
still, what, 10, 12 cars to
Caesar
go or
curve.
so, and nobody could knock
Dale
him off the
Earnhardt.
pole.
In the
Some
last
Penske
several years,
running
we've
that
seen a
engine
lot
out.
of cars dominate this race, but when you look at the
Dude,
finishes
I'll
and
show you
things
a
that go
throwback.
with
Yeah,
those
Dale
most
Earnhardt's
laps led, it
number
makes
2
it really
car.
difficult because most of those guys didn't win the race for the last
JD
several years.
Stacy,
So it's-
man.
There's always a moment in this race where you have to pit, not pit, when the strategy comes into play that seems to flip this race around.
Look at these fucking jerseys right here, dude. Cubs wore these yesterday.
I think it's a little bit deceiving
Those
right now.
are
because
sexy.
those that change
Oh, the
tires are
throwbacks?
stuck back in the field.
Yeah, it's their
Talking
alternate
about
blue.
being in dirty air, Kevin Clint and I this morning had the conversation.
Apparently
about
back
that
in like
rear
the
sway bar.
20s, they
That's
were
where
the first
rear
Major
sway
League
bar
Baseball
helps
team to
you
wear
as in
baby
traffic.
blue. So they're
back in traffic, it's hard to get a read
kinda
when
homaging
the
that.
tires actually even out.
And
Is that
there's a lot
Jason
of people that
Hayward?
will
Fuck
decide
yeah, it
rear
was.
sway bar, no rear sway bar.
Motherfucker
I always
still
liked the rear
plays?
sway bar because it just had this automatic.
You gotta be
rotation
57
that
years
when
old.
You get these cars all on the racetrack together, they naturally just get tighter, and having that bar.
He's only 30 fucking
That
5?
rotation, no matter what you did, even if it wasn't enough, you still had something.
Dude, I swear to God, he's been in the league for 35 years.
See, that's
Hocevar's been against the wall as Logano advances.
That dude would have probably been one of the
Now
best
here's
hitters
Bubba
in
Wallace,
baseball
who
if he
is the
wouldn't have
best
taken a
of the
shot
cars
to the face.
on new tires in the running order, challenging Buescher for 8th.
Ever seen that shit, Griffin?
Mike, remember Buescher came and got 4 fresh tires as well.
Like how we're getting a stripe count.
Yeah, I misspoke on that.
Well, we may be corrected there, Larry. Statistics here is telling us no.
Fuck yes. Got out of
I'm
that
sorry,
shit.
Larry.
Yeah, I'm not so sure we didn't get bad data.
Yeah,
on that.
Jason Hayward was like a legit best fucking hitter in the league, and then he just got fucking absolutely smoked in the face with a baseball once, and he hasn't been right ever since.
Didn't he?
Another of the cars
Shit, he's
that
played for
did
everybody. He
not
started with
stop. Here's some
Atlanta.
audio
That's
from the
where.
fourth.
That's who drafted him.
There is no internet on pit road, so
See if I can find that shit, dude. It was disgusting. Fucking like broke his fucking jaw, all the shit.
no SMT, no timing and scoring, no anything right now. So I'm using my phone to look at
Headshot.
but
Oh boy. So Regan, is this all of pit road or is it sporadic?
Who's this dude pitching for the White Sox? And why is
Dude, this is
have like?
11 team of Denny Hamlin, and it appears that their internet is working right
Why
now.
does he
So
look like
not
that?
sure if it's sporadic. Or
That
what's
is the
going on, but
reason they
evidently
have
some teams having
face
trouble down
protectors on the
Kevin, we were
helmets.
going to clear our rides out there. We were going to be good without Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we didn't need to give our data.
Did
to
you hear that
anybody.
shit?
It probably wasn't very good anyway, but that
Listen
is a
to this.
major disadvantage if you don't have that SMT to look at to be able to tell your driver what's making other cars go
No
good and
face
yours
protector,
not.
dude. That's straight
And
to
that
the side of
hinders your
his
first
fucking face.
adjustment, pace, all those things that you can see.
Wait,
No
run it back.
tools in the toolbox.
That's right.
And Austin Cindric's team is talking about this as
Yeah,
well.
he's got no face guard right here. This is before face guards.
showing on my computer.
Oh.
I have nothing. It's a computer thing, so I have internet on myself.
Wow. Well, hopefully that gets resolved.
All right, so let's dissect that a little bit.
All right,
What
here's
does
the
that mean
slow-mo.
to these teams? You're not getting the data, okay? Well, they're not getting what the driver is
Bam.
doing. So now they don't know
Ugh.
how much fuel that he's burning,
Yep,
right? We
right
know
below the
that's
ear flap.
probably not going to play a role in a tire race like this racetrack is, but saving your tires. I mean, the list goes on and on. Driving style, how William Byron is out front and
Look who
clean
they were
air.
playing.
You heard him talk
DJ's
about SMT.
fuck-ass
That's
Met.
water on the roof. He's watching all those guys' inputs, and the teams are too. You know, by his
Yeah, that dude. They said when he was.
Hocevar spinning.
Right rear's flat.
Right
They
rear.
said
Fucking
when-
purgatory.
When he was playing minor league ball, the ball sounded different coming off his bat. Like he hit the ball so fucking hard. And he hasn't been the same ever since.
More than likely, that was
Oh
probably
yeah, Griffin, did you check that message I sent to you on PlayStation?
I don't think so.
I got my first headshot of the year last night. One hopper.
Oh.
Yeah.
One hopper hit about 4 feet in front of home plate, and the next thing it hit was the teeth of the pitcher.
The wall right there. So that one was much
harder at 98. Fucking smoked him.
That tire, Mike.
Hocevar to pit road. We're under caution again.
God damn it. Dude, PCA was doing so fucking good in spring training, and he is absolute pile of dog shit so far.
Thank you for not letting me change my fantasy team.
Oh, is he watching it still?
Dawson just put that in our chat. If you would have changed it, it wouldn't have mattered.
Griffin, I'm sorry to say, but I saw the Cardinals have some alternate jerseys, and they are fucking sick.
The light blue?
No. They're red, and then they have black pinstripes on the jerseys.
Ooh, those are that sounds sharp as fuck.
Dude, they are awesome.
But fuck the Redbirds.
Yep, fuck the Cardinals.
No, they're the Redbirds.
What's wrong with the Cardinals? Why do we hate the Cardinals? Just division, or?
They're like the Packers to the Bears for the Cubs.
Oh. I've never had an issue with the Cardinals.
Neither do I. I don't mind.
Baseball rivalries are a lot different than like football.
Yeah, they're just kind of there.
I just dislike them.
Nope, that ain't it.
It's kind of like my hatred for like Minnesota. Like I don't hate Minnesota, but I don't like them because they're in the division.
Under caution for the second time today, Carson Hocevar, after that spin, I believe, has driven to the garage.
I know how I feel about the Bears.
He's driven around and picked up the tail of the field.
You love the Bears.
I say Chelsea fans.
Race leader Ryan Preece, Austin Cindric, Kyle Busch,
Chase
Briscoe are the top
There they are,
five
Griffin.
here. And pit road is open, and it's going to be a busy place.
Those are pretty sharp.
Yeah, dude.
Those
blue on it. Yeah.
Listening to Chase Briscoe's radio, he won here in the fall, hoping to do the same today. He said on long run, they're pretty
All right,
good,
Carson Kelly.
but he needs a little bit more for that short run to fire off.
I want to score every inning.
Tires for the 19 team. Meanwhile, the 8 of Kyle Busch, he's been happy with this race car. Just wants a little bit more grip on the right rear. They're going to add some air there. 4 tires. Good stop for Kyle Busch. Regan.
The 60 Ryan Preece
Found out
running
my
second right now is lacking just a little bit of grip. He needs
Brad
side bite as
fan.
well, meaning the right rear tire is sliding more than he wants to.
Which
As he goes through the
Brad?
course.
Brad.
And the 24 of your leader, William
Which
Byron,
coworker?
said the balance is good. Gets
Jason.
a little bit too free in 3 and 4 as they run, though.
There's the race off pit road. Byron.
I thought you were
Ahead of
going to
Preece.
say Rodney.
Busch,
No,
Cindric,
not racist
and
Rodney.
Briscoe. Carson Hocevar stayed out on the track.
Does
He's
he
out
even
there behind
like
the pace
that
car.
car?
JJ Yaley. 2 caution flags.
Rod
early
doesn't
at the
pay
Goodyear
attention to
400.
anything other than conspiracy theories.
Griffin, you remember 2 years ago on the show when the Tigers literally had one guy that could hit? It was this dude right here, Carson Kelly.
That's funny.
That was fucking Miggy's last season when they had nobody except him, and he was like a fraction of his former self. Then they had this dude that had like fucking 98 power versus lefties, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Nice pitch. Wow.
Where
That
are we
was
on
filthy.
Austin Dillon's car?
Because it's the Abu Dhabi Sports stream. They always get sponsored by this stream.
Oh.
I still say the Detroit Tigers have the sickest City Connect uniforms. Those fucking blue on black are fucking
yeah, Motor City ones.
stellar.
Yeah.
Griffin was playing with his. We did a franchise on last year's MLB The Show, and they broke those out. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'd never seen them.
Saturday, catch reigning
I just wish instead of the blue, they were
Aaron Judge as he leads the Yankees against the Giants.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty fucking nasty.
Or they were just blue and orange.
Here's our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear.
Like I'm saying, keep the navy blue, but like
the fans to
lighter
keep
blue.
looking up and keep
make that like their Tigers
forward.
orange.
And
Ooh.
even the Goodyear blimp has a throwback graphic scheme this year. Ryan Preece is on a roll. 3 straight top 10s. He qualified on the outside of the front row, and we were given the privilege of sitting in on
the stocks are my favorite part.
I'd rather change.
Dude, that is a fucking filthy jersey, dude. That shit looks badass.
Better than I could have ever hoped, right? And that's all because of you guys, right? Every part of us has a different job, but somehow we're all working together and going the same direction. You guys are
got like the honeycomb in them and shit. That looks fucking
that's
sweet.
the attitude we got to keep, and we got to all keep pushing that.
$205. Suck a dick.
We're gonna win. Let's bring it in, guys. 1, 2, 3.
That's for a custom.
Oh, dude, it treads like tire treads.
Yeah.
Preece just pitted on this caution flag along with everybody.
That's for a custom one.
So Larry, the teams that pitted at lap number 6
yeah, dude, those
have
are
already
sick.
run through 2 sets of tires. What's that do to your playbook?
I'm getting a little nervous about this because they had 10 sets of stickers.
I think the Miami Marlins have the best hat in the game.
So
that fucking black
that's pitted twice,
hat that they wear. That
now
fucking
down
hat
to
is so
7
fucking
sets
sweet.
of stickers. So they
All right,
need
Felix,
some
I
long
gotta
green flag runs.
dip out of here. I got to be to
Can't
work
get
for 20
use
minutes.
them all up
So
now.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's what.
7
laters. Don't any of these fuckers come to autos and I'm
When
gonna
the
fight
caution
you.
comes out and there's any
That's a
laps on
swing.
the
Fuck
tires,
yeah, Wes.
you want to hope that your strategy is
it's
on
just so
par
hot.
for that long run that's going to happen. The last thing that those guys that came in and
Sticky
the first
pork.
time wanted to see was another quick caution.
Bah,
So
bail,
definitely burned the
bail.
setup that they didn't get their money's worth out of.
All right, time to go mix some weed
Michael
with some
McDowell came
Viagra
in
to see if I
seventh.
can make
He's
a
now 13th.
What?
Elliott
$50
came
plus dollars.
10th. He is now 23rd after pit stops.
What do you mean weed with Viagra,
so
bro?
much
I bought
is
some Viagra
affected
and I'm
the
gonna mix
outcome
some
of the
weed
race
with it.
on pit road. So far today,
Okay.
it's been the same way.
Fuck yeah, struck him out.
Getting
Fuck out of
ready to
here,
restart.
overpaid pussy.
William Byron has led every one of 28 laps so far.
I got some better fucking. I got some, my dad's keyboard tray. I got some better
Oh, yeah.
fertilizer now
We're back
that
to green.
I can plant 2
I got it with
cycles.
DPS.
See a great launch there by William Byron. Ryan Preece already up beside Kyle Busch. Outside lane definitely launched pretty
So
good.
happy
there,
that I'm here for race day.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
was
even
watching
here.
out on the man. It gets so tight up over there on 2. Oh, we got one in the fence again.
That's JJ Yaley.
Looked like JJ Yaley, I believe.
Yep,
Yes.
JJ Yaley.
No.
He made a pit stop for 4 tires in that 1987
that car's
Bill
broken.
Elliott tribute scheme, and he's going to come slowly toward the pits. We will stay green.
Oh no. Darn it.
Yeah, you talk about the restart and how everybody pushes the limit off of turn 2 right there, Clint. As hard as it is to pass at this particular racetrack, you have to be able to put yourself in a spot to gain positions. And when you have the opportunity to put somebody 3 wide, you got to go with it. You got to go with the run and try to gain that advantage in track position.
Bubba Wallace trying to move forward from 7th spot now. Again, battling Chris Buescher on the outside.
Briscoe around Busch.
Yep.
Down the front stretch.
Briscoe to 3rd.
Yeah,
Big win for him last year in the fall race. Great. Put him in the play.
I'm calling it Death Dick.
That 2 car was right on the rear bumper of Kyle Busch and got him loose. And
Look how much it slowed him down. Here comes Buescher
For
passing around, both of them.
Buescher got a 2-for-1 right there.
The old twofer.
Going back to that Chase Briscoe story right in front of this group. Only car to finish in the top 5 here. And
damn it.
Obviously, this is a racetrack that he enjoys and is very good at with getting to victory lane here in the 2nd race here in the Southern 500 here last year. So a team that is notoriously really good on these low grip racetracks. With Joe Gibbs, we've seen Martin Truex run so good in this car, and especially at this racetrack.
And we said yesterday, if you were watching practice on Prime, he should be in your fantasy league for today. Now here's Kyle Busch, and a look from the Cheddar's onboard cam on his number 8.
Yeah, he had to lift just a little bit coming down the hill right there. He's probably going to just have to make a correction. And the 2 car was right on his rear bumper, so it just magnified that looseness as he came down the hill off of turn 2.
I hit that bump. Car unloaded off of the bump.
That 2 car is my runner-up for best throwback scheme. You think of Dale Earnhardt, 79 and 80, driving for Rod Osterlund, that little team out of California in 80, with a young 19-year-old crew chief, Doug Richert, and Earnhardt drives that Mike Curb sponsored car to the championship. Now, that's a memory.
I love it. It was the first one I noticed yesterday. Looking down on the grid, they were all waiting to go out for practice, and I said, "That's my winner right there."
So who is your winner, Mike? You say that's P2.
I know who it
That's
is.
number 2.
Midnight.
We'll see. Then there's a look at Earnhardt in that Chevy Monte Carlo, the Mike Curb Warner Hodgson Chevrolet.
Who's your favorite?
We'll see it.
Oh,
what he's saying is he has a plan, Clint. He's got a plan how this is all going to roll out.
Oh, cagey veteran. Got him a plan.
And you see right there,
Larry, what are the leaders talking about?
Yeah, we went back racing at an interesting number of laps to go in this stage. 61 laps to go. That's a long way to run on a set of tires. Rudy Fugel, William Byron's crew chief's already talking to him about that, saying there probably is going to be some teams that split that number in half, 30 laps apiece. Once again, though, using up more sets of sticker tires. That's going to be a slippery slope.
Well, now here's Chase Briscoe, who had passed Chris Buescher and now falls back into Buescher's clutches. Is Briscoe maybe pedaling it a little bit here?
Well, we were bragging on Briscoe, but let me brag on Buescher as well. He knows how to get around this place. Very good at Darlington. Heartbreaker last year for him. I wouldn't mind seeing him going to victory lane.
I go to take one piss and grab some moonshine, and they score 2 runs. What the fuck are you doing, Griffin?
All the way to the end, he got together with Reddick, and I talked to him about that, and he said, I can't forget it. He
the
said
fuck
that
happened?
day we lost 30-something points. We ended up missing the playoffs by 6 points. He said it still hurts. Nothing would help that than getting back to victory lane.
Well, check me out some mango moonshine.
Right now, though, guys, his car is good. They took a big swing in it after practice because they were way off, but they're happy with it. There's that contact right there, Mike.
Want to play a drinking game, son? Every pitch, we do a shot.
Right there, he pointed out, he said, you have a win sticker. I don't, and it's different.
Yeah, I remember that vividly. Heartbreaker for him. He had every right to be, and Reddick knew it. He had every right to be frustrated. But hey, RFK, look at the car right in front of him as well. Priest running second and third.
Yeah, and Ryan Priest has been the car that's been he's kind of been at the top of the heap for RFK Racing. But Buescher, he's just been solid. Brad Keselowski 11th. We know that this is one of his better racetracks. So
yeah, he won that race.
That's right.
39 of 90 laps in stage 1 complete. William Byron leads all drivers with 7 races led early in this season.
Yep, it's time for some baseball. Dude, what the fuck? That guy from the Mariners looked like a goddamn Gith Yankee. Sensational. And I missed Hap making a good play, apparently. Oh shit, they moved me up to 6th in the lineup.
A lot for the fans to do here. Hang out, look at some of the old vintage race cars. Some old Cup cars are here, some not so old Cup cars. And a lot of the fans are dressed in throwback apparel too. Walking through the garage, saw a Sterling Marlin crew shirt, saw a Jimmy Spencer crew shirt. You know, fans love to show their colors, both new and old. That's part of the fun of Throwback Weekend at Darlington.
Well, this throwback right here was fast when it was Jeff Gordon's car, and it's fast again today when it's William Byron's car.
Jeff Gordon's final race. That silver car with the Exalta flames on it was a Chevy SS then. It's a Camaro now.
I definitely fanned out that day. Took a picture by myself, kneeled down next to the old 24 car before Homestead.
There's my man.
Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Friday and Saturday, he was inaugurating the new 10/10 road course at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Marcus Smith and Rick Hendrick's project. Jeff has a lot of laps there. No surprise that he would win the Pro-Am celebrity race there on Friday. He's still got it.
He's looking for his Wi-Fi, Cap.
Here are your Toyota top performers. Chase Briscoe, who got up to 3rd, is now settled in 4th. Bubba Wallace to 7th. Ty Gibbs 8th. Tyler Reddick. Denny Hamlin. One Toyota that's not on that list is Christopher Bell, going the wrong way since the restart. He has dropped 10 spots to 27th.
Oh, got a little, looked like he just barely touched the wall right there.
Sounded like he hit the wall.
And as we get to this point of the run, you know, let's see, we put it on 20, so we're 22 laps into this run right here. This is when the car really starts taking a swing and you start to see whose car is handling good. We've heard a lot of them talk about tight. We heard Chase Briscoe talk about his car being loose in practice yesterday. Regardless of what your condition is, you better take care of your car, because if it's tight, it's probably going to get tighter, and you're also going to start to slide.
Thank you for not letting me change my fantasy
right
teams. As soon as I got in my car, Carson was far wrecked, and I was like, all right, well, at least he didn't let me switch.
The next thing you know, you're just walking this car all the way through the corner in a controlled slide as the tires wear out.
Yeah, I asked Kyle Larson as he went off the our pre-race earlier what to expect today. He said cars, everybody seemed like the balance was tight, but eventually it'd wear that right rear tire out and get loose at the end of a run.
Let's have a look here. Did Denny Hamlin get a piece of the wall, or did he just get close?
Oh, yeah, he just flat-sided it right there. So going into turn 3, we talk about this. The cars are different every single lap, and you'll get to a point where, like I said, it'll jump the fence, and all of a sudden the whole car will just start to lose grip, and you'll drive into turn 3, and you want to time that off the brake and throttle back up the hill. But sometimes you just get in there a little bit too far, or the car just gets a little bit loose, and you have to modulate the brake pressure a little bit so you carry a little bit more speed. The next thing you know, as you have to modulate that brake and can't slow the car down enough because it's loose, it'll just slide up the racetrack and bang off the fence like that. And luckily it banged off the fence pretty square right there.
So Hamlin holding station in 12th, and right behind him, Brad Keselowski, who has picked up 2 spots since the restart.
We're getting absolutely shellacked by the fucking Sacramento A's.
On so far early today. Told me that he felt very good about that 6 car in terms of what it could do in the long runs. Very similar to what it did last year here when he won the race. But take a listen onto his radio to something right here.
I wonder how much tickets are truck rate. Why are they that much? Oh my.
Still going to hang your quarter here. or even.
That is not the voice that Brad is accustomed to hearing. Normally, spotter TJ Majors would be up there talking to him. That is actually
Bristol
Brad's brother,
has
Brian Keselowski, spotting for him.
jacked their prices to the
under
moon.
the weather is not at the racetrack right now. So what do? You call in your brother, who has helped him out
Bro,
before.
just
He's up there a little
Keselowski.
brotherly love on the radio right now.
It's gonna cost me $220 to go to
TJ's
Bristol
feeling
weekend next weekend.
It must be pretty bad. That's a pretty tough little guy right there that spots for Brad normally, but pretty neat story to see his brother spotting up on the roof.
Sure is. Now, Christopher Bell, 2 laps ago, gave up a spot to Daniel Suarez, and now he's falling into the clutches of Shane Van Gisbergen as Bell continues to drop back. He's lost 11 since the restart.
Definitely something that is not right with that car, and it just does not take much to be off here. When you have the guy that's leading the race,
we need to win 100
clean air,
games.
that's running really fast
Period.
lap times, and then you have second, third, and fourth to clean air, and then it starts to bunch up. But now Christopher Bell is he's in a bad spot, struggling, and we're going green for a long run right here, and that's the worst time to have that happen.
Makes it worse even yet.
Well, it's a great looking car. Bell's inspiration, his mentor, was sprint car racer Rick Ferkel, who ran the Zero. So the Zero's in quotes on Bell's car, and the roof is silver to imitate the sprint car wing. It's a great throwback from DeWalt for Christopher Bell this weekend.
Now those guys were tough.
You bet. The original Outlaws. Jamie.
Yeah, just to update the 20th.
Had one fucking left-handed pitcher in their whole bullpen.
Right now, I talked
The
to
fuck?
Adam Stevens this morning.
I think we got 3 fucking left-handed starters. So.
And slow, both things. He said we've adjusted. We took a big swing at it. We're not really sure what we have. So once they hit the track, they're not really happy with what they have. They've been trying to adjust on it, but you see, guys, he's not going anywhere.
Thanks, Jamie. Boy, we've gone from get all you can get mode.
I got some
to
sweet
maybe
fucking
fuel
batting gloves out of a
conservation
pack
mode
last
right
night
here,
too.
and tire conservation.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's more tire
those
conservation mode because
ones with all the
in
fucking
practice they ran
crazy
high
logos
30s,
and shit all over them.
mid-30s on tires, and if they have to run this whole run, I mean, these things are going to be
They match
out
my
of
bat
control.
very well.
Yeah, I think everybody is thinking, do not split the stage. Let's
Briscoe
try to go
told
lap
he's
90,
using
'cause if
quite a
you're
bit
gonna
more
split it,
brake
you do
pressure
good
than
right
other
now.
cars,
But
and he
I'm
said,
listening to
quote,
the
brake
radio
pedal's been
about
going
every
long the
crew
last
chief is
couple
telling the
laps.
driver, take care of that right rear tire. Just be smooth with the throttle, smooth with everything getting in and getting off the corner.
Well, that makes perfect sense, Larry, because you've already used up the tires that you were going to put on if you split this stage in half and stopped under green. Brian Blaney's one of the few cars, though, that continues to inch forward.
Well, typically this car is.
I can't wait
good
till he
on
gets
a
to the
long
lead
run.
and
It's
has an
typically,
engine
like
explode.
that at a number of the racetracks that we go to. I can tell you this though.
Can't wait till he
You
gets
see
to the
him
lead and has just some
drive low
unbelievable
on the racetrack,
transmission
and
issue
it
that
makes
no
it
one's
really
had all year.
difficult for it to save the tires when you're low on the track. So what do we have happen here?
Keselowski, Hamlin.
Oh.
Fuck you, Brad.
Safe.
No, fuck you, Denny.
Yeah, and I think that's just a case that
lost supply.
I think the 11 checked up to not get too close to the 54, and Brad was in the corner a little bit further. I don't think there was anything intentional there. I think it's just a timing thing. Brad was trying to drive in hard to get to the bottom of the racetrack and just mistimed the distance.
Well, he definitely lifted early because Brad drove it off in the corner 3, car lengths deeper as soon as he got underneath of him. So caught him off guard.
Looking back now from the Ford Performance Cam on board Keselowski at Hamlin. They are 11th and 12th right now. This is the most laps William Byron has ever led at Darlington. He's been out front for 61 so far. It's Throwback Sunday, the Goodyear 400.
It looked like me 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago, it was longer. Looked like me when I went to my first race at Darlington. Except it was the, what was that race called? I think it was back when it was still called the Bojangles 7500.
Marcelo Zuna playing for the A's.
I'm sorry?
they were side by side.
Doing my first baseman's career, Griffin.
Oh boy, it sucks watching NASCAR when your guy's out on lap 4. I can't wait till it happens to me at Bristol this year. I spent all that money to go watch Larson race, and he wrecks out of all 3 races. I can't wait. That's the downside of spending $220 to go to a race weekend. It's my luck to be Denny Hamlin to win the Cup race again. He's won the last 2 Bristol races I've been to. 2024 spring and 23 fall. Yeah, he's won the last 2. Yep, should have made the day of decision to go watch the night race last year, and I would have finally gotten to watch Larson win. Who is Frost?
Yeah.
Oh, great. More special cans for Griffin to find.
I like Bush lattes. I've been absolutely in the fucking zone, slinging dope.
Shout out Kyle Busch. P7. I like.
Kyle Busch.
Yeah, if those 2 Toyotas get to the front, I'm turning the race off. Yeah.
Week 2 of the UFL caps off next as the San Antonio Brahmas take on the St. Louis Battlehawks right here on FS1. Here at Darlington, South Carolina.
Hey DJ, your driver's brakes are going out. Sorry.
We've had 2 caution flags.
Get down.
Byron has led every lap.
He said his brakes are running long, and they just told him he's using more brakes than everybody else on track.
Who is up on the pit box today?
Should have line drive home run.
5 seconds behind him is Ryan Preece, who started on the
Congratulations.
outside.
You thought you were going to enjoy a Sunday of NASCAR?
And
Sorry.
Roush Fenway Keselowski Ford. Preece had 19 laps run in the top 10 here in his whole career before today.
Bye.
10 prior starts. But for 67 laps, he's been in the top 4 all day.
Well, this is a new Ryan Preece.
William Byron's ahead by 5 seconds since lap 68.
Here's his teammate Chris Buescher. We know that he's been solid. We've talked about his performance here.
The only thing saving my fantasy team is the fact that Byron's going to max out stage points and win the race. I'm still going to have a good points day. All right, 20 car. We need to figure this out here, boys. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, see, like I said, glad I didn't start Hocevar anyway, because look, he's down there with him too.
Mike, Ryan Blaney has never finished in the top 5 at Darlington.
We're going to fix that today, Kev.
We're gonna fix. Oh, now Clint just said it. Now he's gonna. Now his car's gonna explode when he gets up there.
I don't need that.
In his Toyota.
Been a great year.
Oh, I don't want to hear anything about anyone's fantasy team right now.
Just about a second and a half behind
I'm running first and in the depths of hell. I don't want to hear it. Oh, get out of the way, Ward Burton.
Ben's got like a 200-point lead, and he has a one bad day. Oh, man.
Wallace.
Burger.
New crew chief.
Oh, so Reddick
really
6th.
Good results.
Burger.
Kyle Busch next in line, 7th place.
Let me give Reddick a
now he restarted second
and
has drifted back quite a bit.
I want him to make
I think
shirts.
a lot of these guys
Next time they run a Grimace car, they got to make a shirt.
A lot of guys in trouble.
Yeah, and the worst thing that they want to
it's
hear is
destiny
there's
for me
20
to buy a
laps more
shirt
to go.
that
You've
has
kind of
Grimace
made your
on
bet at this point as to what your strategy is going to be. And if you're in trouble, your only goal right
Shout
now
out
is to not
Zane
get
Smith.
lapped. Because that switch has flipped, and the cars that are bad are really starting to stick out.
I was gonna say, what is that?
Now Zane Smith has done a good job here. Restarted 10th. He is running 8th for front row in that 1970s Long John Silver paint scheme. That's quite a throwback. And there's Brad. We talked a lot about him. He restarted 15th. He's in 9th place.
Oh, I think I've seen this one before. Buescher, Reddick, and Brad running in the top 10. Huh. I think I know how this one
something good to happen. I think that there have been some moments of bright spots as we went through the speedways. Hadn't qualified real well every week, but
shout out AJ
running
Allmendinger
well today.
Shout out Austin Dillon running the top 20.
Excited to come to this racetrack. Obviously, his big win.
Shout out
last
Hendrick
year,
Motorsports for bringing the best car on track
get
and
the ship
incredibly
going back in the
mid
right
garbage
direction
other
for
than
sure.
that.
Austin Cindric conserving right now, restarted 50, he's back to 10th now.
And a car so
something may
loose
be
we wrecked on
wrong
lap
here with
4.
the 19.
Thanks, Hendrick. Appreciate
Over
it.
the last lap, Josh Berry, Noah Gregson,
We're saving
Austin
it for
Dillon,
next week.
all went
That's all
past
it
the
is. We're going to
19
leave
of Briscoe,
495
who's
laps
just
next week
cruising
again.
in the top groove.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
continues
No,
to
you're not.
lose pace
No,
here.
no, we're definitely not because
Well,
I'm
that's
going
what
to the race.
happens
So
here,
we're
Mike, when
definitely
you
not
have a
going to do
car
that
that
because I
just
don't have
shuts
one on
off,
there.
and with these next-gen cars, a lot of times when
Oh,
the rear tires go,
Briscoe's
there's
getting
just
passed
nothing that you can do
again.
other than slow down in order to keep
you are
the car going straight at this track.
Oh.
There's Todd Gilliland going by, and
Nothing's
Gregson.
even happening. You're just
And
really
very
slow.
quickly, Josh
There's
Berry in
nothing
the
happening.
Williams
You're
car,
just really
taking
slow.
advantage of the 19.
He's in
Dude,
trouble with 18, 17 laps to go. That's big time off the pace.
Yeah, what's up, DJ?
4 spots in a straight.
Well, they catch the 2 of Cindric.
Dear God,
That's
so
Kyle
funky
Busch
car.
going to the bottom, and Denny Hamlin
Go
closing
away, Dennis.
I mean, I can see 4 or 5 cars on this racetrack.
I go all the
Kevin,
way to
that just
Bristol, watch Denny
absolutely
Hamlin
look like they're
again next
crawling
week, man.
around.
Gonna crash out.
17 more laps in this stage.
Look, I mean, Briscoe, they're just keep stacking up behind him. Cindric is the same way.
Jamie?
You know, this team is just trying to learn exactly what Chase Briscoe needs to go
Good
fast
grief,
at a
that
pace,
9-car
but these cars are
throwback's
so
awful.
different for him. James Small, his crew chief, told me they had a great base.
When will they get
set
rid
up
of
for Martin
Universe as a
Truex Jr.
brand,
They
bro?
always
Stop
ran
using
well
them.
here with them, but they weren't sure exactly. Well, the start of this race, good on the
Casey
long
Kane,
run.
2017.
Wanted to be freed up a little bit to
Same
fire
thing
off
with
better, so they
Umar,
adjusted
bro.
on the last stop. Now he's just 2 free guys and giving up a lot of track position.
Well, at this part in the stage, not many comers and a
Congratulations,
lot of
DJ.
goers.
Briscoe went from 4th to
Gibbs
outside the
restarted
top
9th
20.
and is now back to, it was 26th a moment ago when I
22nd.
started that thought. Now it's 20th.
Yeah,
What happened to
29th
Bell?
actually there, Mike. Yeah, he's definitely fallen off
He's
the
been
pace.
awful for the last
We
few
see that
weeks.
Briscoe car
That car is
started
not
doing
the
the
At
same
least I know we're not
thing.
the only GGR car
really,
down
really
there,
difficult
because it is.
portion of the run when you get this far in and your car is not handling well and it sticks out like a sore thumb.
All right, we're going to take you side by side with 15 laps to go here in stage 1.
I'm assuming you're
at
talking about
Darlington.
William Byron last year.
Yes, Byron won 3 of the last 6 races last year. He didn't do anything for the rest of the season.
No, didn't he win a playoff
Byron,
race or
he's having
no?
to deal with lap traffic.
Did Byron win a playoff race or no?
No, he did not. Byron did not win.
He didn't win a
He
single
didn't win.
race
He
after
didn't win
like,
anything besides the beginning of the year.
after like Phoenix. He didn't win again. He won 500 Vegas and Phoenix, right? I don't know. Vegas was Larson. wasn't it? He won Phoenix and Martinsville, and then he never won anything for the rest of the year. I thought he won at Phoenix last year.
No, Phoenix was Bell. He won by 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's probably why I don't remember. It's one of those unwatchable races I've ever sat through.
Biggest margin in the Gen 7 era of victory. 10 seconds.
And Briscoe's still getting past my car.
That's my Custer advantage.
Full Custer. Eric Jones.
I think they're talking about us because we're getting passed.
Nice pitch, Merriweather.
Let me guess. It was useless on ovals, Shane Van Gisbergen, dude. Of course.
It does change it on oval is Chase Briscoe.
P5, yay!
Briscoe's now 28th on the racetrack. We're in the garage. It's time to have a discussion about Ty Gibbs. I think that dude might be trash.
You know,
might be terrible.
last week was Martinsville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as of this race, he is now the longest tenured JGR driver, surpassing JJ Yaley without a win.
Oh no, JJ Yaley. Oh no. And even that streak came to an end because he won the 600 that one time. 2007.
Yeah, so
Casey Mears.
that's Casey Mears
2006 maybe?
in the 2005 in the
He won one of
25
them, I
for
remember.
Hendrick.
Was it 06 that Yaley won? I know he won one in the 18.
No, he killed Mark Martin in the 18.
Right, yeah, that's right. Mark Martin.
I thought he won a race. I just won a race.
Well, as you've seen at home with 10
Yeah,
to
it
go
was
in
89
the
races
stage,
before they booted him.
a couple of Joe Gibbs cars
Yeah,
trying to
because
stay on
Yaley
the
didn't
lead
win.
lap.
They just
Chase
booted him from the
Briscoe
ride.
and Christopher Bell, but here comes Byron.
It was
They
88.
better hurry up, Byron. That is, to get around these cars, make quick time of them because Priest and Bush are catching him fast.
And that's always the tough part here.
Yeah,
Those
Ty Gibbs.
Really annoying right now.
Ty Gibbs. I was just talking to my Baker about it. Remember the hype 3 years ago when it was Ty Gibbs and Gregson, and everybody thought, oh, it's going to be Ty Gibbs because Gregson's having his rookie season from hell. Now it's looking like Gregson did it before. Ty Gibbs and Gregson's been front row motors.
Byron, oh, he just got Hosvar wrecked.
Oh,
What a save! That was all Byron's fault. That was entirely Byron's fault.
There's a hole in the 77 car.
He just drove across Hosevar's nose and ran him in the fence. That's crazy.
Carson Hosevar, who spun at lap 24 to bring out the second caution of the day, he couldn't go another lap down. He had no chance for a free pass. So what's wrong with that now?
Both tires are flat. I don't think it's as hurt as bad as he thinks. Both front tires flat.
Okay.
I don't think it is either. He barely even hit
But
the
he
wall.
had to run the leader as hard as he could because being 2 laps down, had no chance for the free pass, had to try to not lose another lap there when things got just too close.
Congratulations, DJ. You hang on to the tail end of the lead lap for a second. Yeah, look, Byron runs. Oh yeah, it's
and the 24 came up the
we
racetrack
were
right there.
going a lap.
The 35 was coming on the outside of the 77, and
was Byron clear of him?
just
already?
ran out of room. Really easy to do at this track.
It's a negative. Well, yeah, he was on his nose already.
And Bush are right behind him.
Last car
they were
on the lead
catching
lap.
him. It was going to be a matter of a lap. They were going to be on him. That Byron, that is, your leader.
Well, that was
Gonna need a wicked type of adjustment.
Who were in danger of going a lap
By the
down.
time he
Looks
gets,
like,
by the
Ricky
time he
Stenhouse
gets
may
to
be
him,
the
he's
free pass
clear.
car here.
He never hit him. I thought he hit him. He didn't hit him.
No, the free pass car would have been Herbst, but since
Well,
he
the
was
problem
involved,
is, like I see what
there
Osvar's
will
trying
be
to
no
do, but
free
it's the
pass.
leader. Like, of course, the leader's going to get impatient.
Oh, did you hear that? There's no free pass.
Well, this has been an odd race right here, guys.
Terrible.
This thing has had not much flow. We've seen one long run right there with a lot of cars.
Not my problem no more, Seth. He's yours.
Well, 3 cautions already. We've only had 1 caution in stage 1 in the 3 prior races combined here. 7 laps to go in the stage. We'll probably get back to green before this stage ends.
How's this going to work out, Larry?
Yeah, everybody's got to come. But here's what's going to be interesting. We're going to go back racing to Mike Point before the stage end. They're going to be guys at the front that's racing for this stage win, for these stage points. If I'm way back in the pack, I'm coming and getting my 4 tires and doing exactly what
says,
Carson
I'm destroyed,
Hocevar
no
did
steering.
at Miami. I'm going to ride around real nice and easy and then stay out at the stage end.
Bye-bye, Carson Hocevar.
Sounds like a
Somebody
plan.
tweeted, not clear, oh boy.
Well, and that's what makes these stages so interesting is the guys in the front, I mean, they want the points, and you gotta save the tires, and the guys at the back half of the field can do that strategy, but at some point the guys in the front are going to want the points if they can get them.
I was so impressed with that late run speed out of the RFK cars, all 3 of them. Look, Keselowski come all the way from, I think, 13th up there to the top 7. Both 2311 cars, Reddick and Wallace are fast. RFK
spotter after Hocevar comes
So
up
now,
full.
do you want
Oh,
stage
God damn it,
points?
he's a moron.
Or as Larry said, do you want to roll around to the end of the stage? What do you want to do here?
Well, I definitely want my tires.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want a good pit stop to get me back out front of that clean air that I had from William Byron.
And it is, I can't even explain to you how much of a handful these cars are deep into the run like that. That is, as a driver, you just want to get out.
All right, pit road's open this time. And here come the lead lap cars. Jamie?
For Ryan Blaney, it has been 5 long races that he has not finished inside the top 10. They just wanted to come in here and have a solid day, and so far they have accomplished that.
Engine
Overall,
go
he says the
boom.
balance is better. Wants to be just a hair tighter, so they'll make a small air pressure adjustment.
Thought
Flow
Sandy
tires
was
for
the
12
boom
machine.
operator.
And the 17 of Chris Buescher. This car
Somebody
is much
say
better
boom?
than it was in practice. The car just gets better the longer they run. 4 tires, no changes.
Grand Slam track.
Increasing the 60 car on the bottom right of your screen. Very good right now. Just needs the right rear to stick a little bit longer on the long runs in the 24. William Byron said the balance is good. It was actually better than the first run of the race. A little bit tighter, which he liked.
Burger Man.
From pit stall number 1,
Burger
Byron
Man.
handily wins the race off pit road from Preece, and Bubba Wallace with a great stop.
Hi, Bubba Wallace.
The Goodyear 400 at Darlington. More Darlington stripes and a third caution flag here.
Thank you for keeping me on the lead lap.
It's only going to last as long as it takes for Byron to get back to the 19 car. DJ's car is terrible.
Oh man, where's my pizza at, bro?
Again, they're gonna need like one absolutely wicked adjustment. Good thing I didn't place a single bet.
It's called take those brakes out and replace them.
Why the fuck, man? Fuck you, Ottomans. Be for real.
Oh, fuck you, DJ.
Oh wait, I am the or Byzantium. Man, fuck Byzantium.
Oh no, the Twitter people are mad at Hendrick Motorsports again.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, people are blaming Byron and saying Osvar's racing instead of lead lap. I hate to break it to people, but he was 2 laps down, not 1.
People are stupid, bro.
No, people hate Hendrick Motorsports.
So I followed this guy that also likes Reddit. He tweeted, "Damn, we getting held up a lot by the 54. Once we got past him, we got by 3 cars.
That sounds.
We were getting held up by the 54.
That's not about right.
Yeah, he's probably still mad from last week. Bro, give me a break.
Ty Gibbs just isn't good. I think we just have to start accepting that the kid's not any good.
I've been saying this. Everybody's been saying this.
He got handed the best equipment in the lower series, and then once he got to a place where everyone had the same equipment, he's terrible. What is the cameraman?
He said, "What?
Speaking of Ty Gibbs, there he is.
Someone tweeted, it's gonna be a drag race. Whoa! They touch.
Craven got him.
Osvar got him.
That's funny. Gonna be a drag race. Wow.
They touch.
Race car.
Apparently at the tweet up was Ron Hornaday, Mike Skinner, Jeff Bodine, and Mike Wallace. We're all at the Twitter tweet up.
What year is it? 1994? What are we doing?
We're all at the tweet up today.
1994.
Also at the tweet up was NASCAR.
Ready, go.
When you think of Darlington, it's similar to Homestead. You got to rip the fence.
Darlington stripes are no joke here. You're gonna get a stripe or two, and you just have to manage your car.
Why'd they have to?
Why'd
they have to show Larson doing it? What was that for? What did we do to deserve that?
Eventually, when it comes down to crunch time, that last run of the race, you're gonna have to put it all out there.
That's what Darlington's all about, and the Darlington stripe.
Stripe count up to 15 today so far, but it's
yes,
early.
On board with Austin
you see Cole
Dillon.
Custer restarting back in row number 7. He took only 2 tires to get through these final couple of laps of stage 1. Interesting strategy.
Why did he take 2 tires just to go to 14th?
Went
Well,
from
what is
9th
the point?
to 20th on that stop. Here's the Hunt Brothers
Ross
Pizza Cam
Chastain,
for Joey
9th to
Logano.
20th. Sorry, Griffin.
His number 22, they will fire off 10th. Austin Dillon with the Brez Tree onboard camera and his Richard Childress number 3. They will go 14th on this restart.
The only person of us having
and there's
a good
Eric
day
Jones
right now is Steph, and that's not
in the
fair.
Kings, number 43. Richard Petty will join us along with Kyle Petty in stage number 2. That's the Advent Health Cam.
No, well,
and the
technically,
cam
my mom is a Byron fan, so she's having a great day.
24th. 35 cars on the lead lap. Carson Hocevar is 3 laps down as we go back to green to complete stage 1.
Larry's a Kyle Busch fan and a Chase Elliott fan. So for some reason, I don't know how that happened.
Oh. 2 to go. Here we go.
And stage
yeah, and if you're not in the
Goodbye.
top 10, you try to just take care of your car and your tires right here. If you're in the top 10, you want to get some points.
Oh,
but
3 wide.
Almost
Almost wrecking right there.
Oh, the screen.
That was almost
Those
a
2 white
crash.
cars side by side. That's where 10th place is. That's the final stage point right there.
Oh.
And up front, 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
2311
Almost 3 abreast.
Front for Texas. Oh no, I've seen this one before. Oh no, don't throw it into the bottom. No, don't throw it into the bottom. No, not again.
Got a battle for 2nd going on. Preece on the inside, Wallace on the outside. Nobody's
Oh.
lifted yet.
All of RFKs.
Oh, Busher.
Yeah.
All 3 RFK
Busher.
drivers.
He's going in 3.
They touch.
Byron will win the stage.
Oh, goodbye.
He's led every lap so far. Second to Bubba Wallace, third to Ryan Preece, and fourth to Chris Buescher. Tyler Reddick fifth. And Byron is the first driver since the advent of stage racing to lead every single lap of stage 1 at Darlington.
Well, yeah.
Gets wrecked like how Chastain wrecked Larson in 23.
Bruh.
Alright, Reddick, I need you to do something very hilarious. Sacrifice game. Actually, no, Bubba, can you do something funny real quick? Really appreciate it.
They totally should have brought out the Minecraft meal car, bro. Hell yeah. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace and some guy had fucking one of the soda fountains and he was looking to trade for a Grimace egg, Big Mac Crystal, or a Zombie Hamburglar, and I have all 3. Only one problem. He's in Cleveland. I'm not going to Cleveland.
Dude, Eli and my friends from school, we're getting ready to start a Minecraft realm, I think, and we're like, we're gonna mod it. And Eli goes, let's do SCP survival. No, let's not do that. They wanted to do cave dwellers. Bro, no. I don't want to play the game and then go in the cave and get jumped by the entity, dude. I don't feel like doing that. I just want to play peaceful Minecraft, bro. I don't want to go in the cave and see just some unholy being of unknown proportions come out from around a corner. The warden is bad enough. Like I already that already annoys me as bad as it is.
Who said SCP?
Oh god.
Great.
SCP's dope as fuck.
No, not in a Minecraft world. It's not.
We're doing it in Minecraft where?
No, we're not actually doing it. Eli
Ungodly
suggested it for a
entity
realm.
of unknown proportions. That sounds like Griffin's last girlfriend. Sorry, son.
Big bitch.
Scary add-on. No. Bro. Peyton said, I can't believe I'm getting forced to pay for Cinco
Welcome back to
Noches
the
con
Goodyear
Alfredo.
400 at Darlington Raceway. We're at the end of stage 1. William Byron has led every single lap so far. Now here are your pit crew rankings coming in to Darlington with Bubba Wallace's 23-11.
This is so funny when they say, like, the pit crew rankings for this year, and then we're just watching an onboard of Brad Keselowski.
In our race day show, and he
Up
specifically
into the
mentioned
Bryce
Bubba
Tree
Wallace's
cam.
pit crew and how great of a job they're doing this year. They've been ranked #1 since the homestead
All those
race.
grandstands
So
on the
let's
backstretch,
meet
and they're just all
23.
covered. Nobody's sitting there. Bristol's damn near sold out next week. I saw on the seating chart. It's getting close.
A water lily among wildflowers.
Adam Hartman, rear tire changer, 2-time Southeast Region Division 6 double red shirt freshman player of the day.
Joe
What?
Tire carrier, husband to Monica, dad to JoJo, Tucker, and Miles.
Nathan Ricketts,
That's cool.
Jack
Anyway.
Man, I'm a certified welder by
Hey,
trade.
it's White Bubba.
Josh Peck, fueler. Just want to give a shout out to my amazing wife, Felicia, 2 awesome kids, Jaden and Jackson.
Charles DeNike, the crew chief, Freddie Kraft, the spotter, and there's that pit crew enjoying our video tribute to
Freddie
the
Kraft.
leading pit crew in the Cup Series right now. Michael Jordan.
Michael
looking
Jordan.
on as his 3 teams.
I swear.
perform.
Seth, correct me if I'm
Here at
wrong. He said he
Darlington.
wasn't coming to races
Yeah,
anymore.
I thought I said that on Twitter.
Well, that 23 team specifically right there, they've done a great job this year. You see how much fun those team guys are having. You hear how low-key and confident Bubba Wallace is. Great to see.
And that team has gained 6 positions on pit road on the stops so far today. Getting the job done. The AMR safety crew worked there. A little bit of debris up on the racetrack that they will pick up.
Bang it up, Terry. Bang it up.
And we'll see what happens since everybody, well, almost everybody was on pit road at lap 85. There were 6 cars that on the restart just rolled around. One of them, Eric Jones, you needed an hourglass to time him. He ran about 38 seconds on that last lap trying to keep the Goodyear in those tires. So those drivers were Stenhouse, Herbst, Austin Hill, Nemechek.
They say Eric Jones ran a 38-second lap trying to keep his tires good. Oh, no.
And, of course, Eric Jones, who did get tires along with Ty Dillon, but they just rolled around slow to finish out the stage. Interesting strategy.
What you know about Ty Dillon winning the Goodyear making the playoffs?
Got about 12 takers from the second half of the field, including Cole Custer, who got 2 tires the last time on pit road. William Byron has led it all so far in Darlington.
Oh, I can hear the PA in the background.
Oh, you're back.
I've been here.
Since when?
I've been playing U4 for the last, like, what, 15 minutes?
Oh. Why are you deafened?
I've been playing schedule 1 for like the last 6 hours.
I was chilling with Anna, so I was watching the race on my TV monitor, so I switched the thing over to my TV instead of my headset.
Okay. This is a cool ass shot, bro.
What the fuck? That is such fucking bullshit.
Oh, that is ironic. Somebody tweeted about a joke about Larson with the cereal and being the greatest driver in the world. You know, the paint scheme. And the first comment says her cover picture is Jimmy Johnson running in 700 plates at the Indy 500. That's ironic.
Nice play, boys.
That's wild. Saw this truck on my way to Darlington this morning. Wait a minute, is that Carson Hocevar?
Yeah, he bought it earlier in the week.
Is that actually him? No way.
Yeah, yeah, he bought it.
Justin Turner's been a really good play, Deb.
Oh, yeah?
They're the runner out
just
late.
Across from the guys in their booth at what was an old open-air press box. Remember, this place is 75 years old. Jamie McMurray, Chris Myers with some fans enjoying the race from this point of view. And actually, with the cloud cover, it's cooled off a bit. I know not a lot of the drivers
we've lost the first 2 games to the fucking A's. Jesus Christ. We had a 6-run lead in that one. Gave it up.
Here. It was really hot.
Yeah, just how hot was it?
I'm glad you asked. It was so hot that Bobby Allison cut a hole in his roof to cool off, and it later taped. He won the race. That year he won the championship. Drivers complained, but drivers have a different way of cooling off now.
What?
Right now we're keeping an eye on the
Cut
hot
a hole
drivers.
in the
William Byron,
roof.
he's got flames on the car. He's a lot hotter than that.
Yeah, Byron's been on a roll here. I'll tell you, though, earlier today, who couldn't
What
handle
are those dudes doing
is the
in
two
the-
softies that we have in the
doing
booth.
in early
Clint Evans.
NASCAR,
We gave them
man?
this opportunity to go for a ride in a couple
Smokey
of Wood Brothers
Unix
cars.
extra fuel
And
tank
those two
under
guys,
his
they were in 2
seat.
laps, Chris. It looked like
The
they
dude who
jumped
had the
in
monkey
pool.
in his
It's
car.
a really sad shape that
Go Flacco!
I think they'll be in better shape.
Oh,
to
no.
finish
Flock,
this
man.
race.
Old ass Kevin Harvick trying to get out of that
Back
car.
to, Mike and the guys who were in the car back in the booth. We always enjoyed your years in the cars, by the way, but you're just as good in the booth.
Thanks, Chris. I think you really left us hanging. But here we go with Richard and Kyle Petty, and how many great moments they have enjoyed here at Darlington Raceway. Couple of storied careers. Richard, of course, included 200 victories.
Kyle Petty did not have a storied career. Are we serious?
No, he didn't.
We are not serious right now. Yeah, I was going to say, we are not being serious. Storied careers.
He was a pussy even before his son died in that fucking accident. And then he became an even bigger pussy.
It was always one of my favorite tracks, really, because it was so much different.
Who's at the booth?
You know, used to when
Richard.
One and two the corner down here was a one-groove track. That's where Darlington Stripe came from. It's just Darlington wreck now. They're running into these wrecks.
Thank you. He's my friend.
They're talking about hot. They ought to come down here in the 50s and 60s.
He shook my
no
hand.
air conditioning, no nothing. And you know, we had some Yankees come down here. And
that's people from up north. For people that don't know.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Wanna shake your hand.
Doing this, they talk, look at this friendly crowd.
There's something to hit, you fucking puss bag.
That's swatting flies. Is it true you used to put like a 4x4 or railroad tie inside the car?
Why did he even get invited? He's not even going to be a first-round pick.
I think we might have tried that.
Alabama quarterback Jalen Milrose accepted the invite to the green room in the NFL draft. He's going to be like Will Levis. Why is he there? He's not getting drafted in the first round.
The wall no matter what. So you just went ahead and made arrangements for it.
Kyle, when you look at this racetrack, what sticks out to you from what they do today to what we did for so many years? Because the track is so similar to what you guys did, but the speed is different.
Speed is different. That's crazy. When they came here the first time, when my granddad come here, they run 80 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. They'd run 170 or 80 miles an hour, it seems like. So there's just no room. There's no room for error. We talk about give and take, but you can't give enough at this place. And if you take too much, then we're back into 3 and 4 in the Darlington Stripe.
All right, well, stay with us. We're going to reminisce a bit, but right now we're ready to restart for stage 2 with William Byron and Ryan Preece up on the front row once again.
And Byron's going to lead.
Goodbye.
Bubba Wallace around the outside of Preece for second spot.
Get the black guy.
Changes 0. I just noticed that.
Middle of the
0.
Bush on the bottom.
I need Bubba for my fantasy. Can we not get the black guy out of there? Can we leave him right where he's at?
There hasn't been a single lead change. There's been 100 laps.
The bottom off of 2.
Ahead of them, Cindric and Logano.
Black man denied. Hey, watch it.
Queen is fading.
That's your defending NASCAR champion, Joey Logano, you're talking about.
Champion in quotes.
Can we mute him?
Denny, I don't know. We saw him hit the wall. I don't know if that caused damage or not, Kevin, but since that first off cycle, when he got off cycle a little bit and lost that track position, that's a car that never.
I give us the lead, and it's just fucking walk, dink, dinger.
We've seen the
Jesus,
20 and the 19 fall all the way to the back, battled themselves to stay on the lead lap. Ty Gibbs got lapped there and took the wave around and was able to get himself back on the lead lap.
I watched Bell's team put some rounds in that right rear, freeing that car up. Tells me he was too tight out there. Maybe the adjustments will help.
We're about to have a new leader. Bubba Wallace is flying.
Come on, Bubba.
Catching William Byron here, getting up into his draft, about 5 car lengths, nose to tail, but Wallace is really wrapping turns 1 and 2 and gaining
75 years of Darlington. Yeah, tell Darlington that a black man's about to be leaving in the Southern 500 75 years ago. Yeah, they react.
His car's running good, but his pit crew's done a great job today getting them track position. But his car was really good on the long run, and William Byron had a little bit of trouble getting through traffic there at the end. But getting to these cars is when these cars get tight and you start to lose the front end. So it makes it difficult until the tires really fall off.
It seems like somewhere around 35, 40 laps on these tires, and man, some of them babies flip the switch. But to your point, Wallace and the other 2311 car, Reddick, and them RFK cars ran that leader down. Do not forget that. Very strong on a long run.
All right, Eric Jones, we mentioned, rolled around to save those tires, and here he is in the Advent Health number 43, the Check It for Andretti scheme. And Richard, the Petty Blue and the STP Red, you know, now it looks really great, but when that first happened, how'd that look together?
Well, we had to get used to it, okay? One thing about the colors, no matter where that car's at, in a big crowd or whatever, you can see it. It stands out like neon lights, so we always like those colors together.
Was Andy Granatelli really that tough to deal with?
He was to begin with. When we sat down and talked to him to begin with, he thought he was going to be tough.
but he never ran up against a petty crowd.
Yeah.
So.
It was a negotiating ploy. We'll give you the card petty blue for one color, but you can put your orange on it for a bigger number.
Oh, okay. Kyle, Throwback Weekend always brings out these paint schemes. You've watched it. You've lived it your whole life. I mean, a throwback life, right? And what's your favorite out here this weekend?
And listen, the Pierce or the Wood brothers always bring their A game. They are hands down the team, no matter what they come with, whether it's something Pearson did, whether it's just Jim Clark color scheme. They just come with uniforms. They come all the way through. They live for this weekend. So for me, it's hands down. In their 75th year, congratulations to those guys being here with that car.
Yeah, that's my winner right there. British Racing Green, Lotus Yellow. They had to get approval from the Chapman family that owned Lotus to duplicate the Jim Clark Indy winner from 1965, which was
the Lotus team was
Leonard
really good.
Wood and his group. And Leonard's been telling stories all week. He said when he first met with Colin Chapman and Lotus, somebody said, "I sure hope those Virginians move quicker than they talk."
I sure hope those virgins move quicker than
I went up there
they
one
talk.
time in one of Ford's cars, and so I was going to get in the car, and Ford said, "Well, you got to take them boots off. Here's a size 7 shoe. Okay, you got to put that. That's how close the clutch and the brakes and everything." I said, "Forget it." You know, I made sure.
I can't wear my boots. I ain't got
But I made sure there wasn't a motor in the car.
And his boots are 12. So just want to go ahead and say that. So,
God damn, we lost to another fucking
12
entry
wasn't going
car.
to fit into a 7.
It's every time.
I prefer if your teammate was in front of you, though.
I know that, but I prefer to be
Tyler Reddick now at second. 0.6 of a second behind.
I don't care what you
William
prefer.
Byron, Bubba Wallace
I want to
to
know
third,
what I
Ryan
prefer.
fourth, Ryan Blaney in 5th.
And as the boss, that's always a good feeling when you see both of your cars running good. That's when you know you've got your organization put together and the details and dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And we've seen a massive change out of Bubba Wallace and just the way that he approaches everything this year. Tyler Reddick, you know, we thought that he would be in contention today. We've thought that a few times this year as we've gone through some of these races. Hasn't really had the speed, but today he definitely has the speed.
Fuck off, Freeze.
Now, Kyle Petty's lost
Fuck
his
off,
voice 'cause
Reese.
he's been up at the 10/10 track all weekend up in Charlotte, telling stories nonstop to the delight of everybody. Imagine that. But what's your favorite Darlington memory?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I've been coming here forever. You know, we talked about it before. My dad came here when he was 13 for the first time. I've been coming down here since the early 60s. There's so much history at this place. There's places we race where you walk in and you feel the history of the place. You feel the ghost of the drivers that came before you, whether it was Fireball Roberts or Curtis Turner or Richard Petty or David Pearson or Dale Earnhardt Sr. and those guys, you know, so there's just so much history. And I think that's what makes this place special. So for me, I don't think there's ever been a bad memory. I never ran good here. Remember, I famously said they should fill this place up and have stadium bass fishing in this place.
We can't do that.
That's how much I loved it. But, you know, it's a place that you look forward to coming.
Yeah, 4th and 10th is all for
Yeah, minnow pond. Forget the minnow pond. Fill the whole place with water and let's have fishing tournaments. That was Kyle Petty's line. William Byron, the only Chevrolet in the top 10. AJ Allmendinger is a next one, but Byron has led every lap so far here.
Two more right
but
there,
for how long?
and 2 more
Tyler
right
Reddick
there.
has closed it right up.
5 more right there.
We saw this at the tail end of that first run. Kevin, it is easy to get
So over-under crash out when Reddick gets wrecked by Byron.
Never having anybody contest you. No changes, no changes. Don't change anything. That car and his mirror's getting bigger.
Now, right behind Byron Chevrolet and those 2 Toyotas are 7 Fords. The whole rest of the top 10 are blue ovals. Edsel Ford is here.
And you see Ryan Blaney on the inside of Ryan Preece right there. You see the flames come out of the pipe. Ryan just concedes that position right there into turn 1. And as we've talked about so many times, the longer they run, usually the closer to the front that 12 car gets.
Yep.
And the longer we know
112 laps to go. 22 of the 95 laps in stage 2 are completed, all under green. And once again, yes, William Byron has led every single lap so far.
Fuck, come on. Are you shitting me? Son of a bitch.
Best friends, been on
Yeah, baby. Why is Austin Dillon in 14th? Yeah. I'm sure in the corner.
I went and got popsicles. What?
BJ, I have no idea what any of that was that you just said. No
said,
clue.
DJ.
Still have no idea.
What in the fuck
Still
are
have
you
no
saying?
idea.
Are you trying to be like corn or something?
After the gap holding steady for about 8 laps, Tyler Reddick has renewed his pursuit of William Byron and the lead, running a line that's mostly lower than Byron's.
Well, you have to go where they're not in order to get some air on the front of that car to be able to get the car to handle like you need to. So you got to have options getting in the corner right here. You can run right in behind him. If you're going to do that, you got to back up, run to him in the center of the corner so you don't lose the front of the car on the entry, or you go to the bottom or the middle to do something different.
I think you have to be careful, though.
I'm telling you, bro, you should have done
You're
it.
going to start using your tires more. I heard you say move it around,
Lint.
going where he's not.
Done
That's
that,
going to be
dude.
harder on your tires. I want to wait until the opportunity presents
What
itself.
the
That opportunity will be a last
was
call.
that?
All right, things have stabilized for the moment. Jamie.
Meanwhile, William Byron continues to lead every lap. His teammate Kyle Larson, complete opposite, wrecked hard on lap number 4. He has been in the garage for about an hour and 15 minutes. This is his crew chief,
Chicken
his
jockey.
team. They have completely
still working on
rebuilt
the car,
the
Dawson.
front end of
Y'all are
this
not
race
getting-
car. Meanwhile, the driver, he's been
I don't
in
know
the
why,
car
there's
with
no
the window
point.
net up, watching the race on his phone. They're both
Brother's sitting in the car
catching
watching
fire
on
to
his
get back out
phone.
Larson?
That's a racer for you.
Nice.
Yep, there is no more damaged vehicle policy clock when cars are in the garage. They can work on them and return the race like we used to do.
Yeah, well, you can return to the race, but you have a few laps to run minimum speed. That's why they're taking so much time on that car to try to get it correct, so that when it goes on the racetrack, Kyle can be competitive in order to stay out there.
Speaking of get it correct, I'm glad that they corrected that rule. I like that the fact that you can go back out there with this car. It's more bolt-on pieces. There's pieces you can fix. Back in the day, Kyle, you used to weld it back. Yeah, I remember watching them weld a spring in a bucket. Then that wouldn't work, so they just welded the bucket. They welded a wrench in the bucket. We went back out there and made, you sure that's going to work, boy?
Listen, you cut up 55-gallon drums and use the metal out of it to put on your car. Anything you could do to get back out there and score some points. All you needed sometimes was 1 or 2 laps to pick up 4 or 5 positions.
Right.
Those 4 or 5 positions at that time in this sport were huge.
Well, they're even more big now. We've watched playoffs be missed by a point.
And it's also a great team building experience. Not only for the guy that has to sit in the car that wrecked it, but for those guys to show him that they're going to fix the car and work together to if you make up one spot throughout the day, that makes that work pay off.
Put a sign up at a theater that says, "We know the chicken jockey's epic, but please don't throw popcorners off drinks at the screen."
Blaney, Byron continues to lead this race the most any driver has ever.
There's that
The
one
entire
video I do on TikTok.
The
where-
entire theater was quoting the movie when I was there yesterday.
This is such
We didn't
a
have
huge
that.
crash, but
There was a
have
video
that.
on TikTok. There's a video on TikTok with a chicken jockey and some dude gets up and just hurls his popcorn at the screen.
into the wall, and you're Plymouth, and boy, knock the
Oh
wall down.
my!
Yeah, it was me.
And more than that, there's Richard
Quoting the movie the
hanging
whole
out
time
left
is
side of the
crazy.
car.
Dude, it was
Fortunately
annoying as
not
crap.
badly injured, but what that led to? What did your mom do?
There was 2 dudes in fucking suits, Dawson.
They shouldn't have released all the quotes before the movie came out, dude.
I
That
think
was
we'd
their
run
first
winner
mistake.
Nancy.
You ever wonder what you get when you get hot lava chicken?
California, Riverside. But that wasn't mandatory anywhere else.
Shut up. Shut your mouth up. Stop. Fucking stop. No. No.
Is that part of the movie?
Yes.
No, stop.
No.
Hunter,
it's not worth it. Hunter, it's not worth it.
See it.
I heard she took a tennis.
You think I'm going to be sober watching it? Hell no.
Is that true?
No,
I wouldn't waste your money, to be honest.
Joey just pushed his teammate out of the way.
Nomax just come out. I think 69 the Nomax come out. So she said they need to be fireproof. So she made it, cut the things and sewed them up herself. So that's it.
Yeah, now we've gone from cave dwellers on in that Minecraft realm to anime.
Yeah, it was that. So if you look at the one in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, that's the one she made.
I would just say that one.
It's in the Hall of Fame, which is pretty cool to have my dad, my granddad, and my grandmother in the Hall of Fame.
Wonderful. Ryan Blaney is putting some lap times down. Run these first 2 cars down.
Boss showing. Hey, dude, it's that guy that I said looked like a Gith Yankee. That's fucking funny. Bring that shit. I'm about to take you deep, motherfucker.
That's a line that I love to run.
Wait a minute. Logan Gilbert. About to get launched.
Halfway in this stage. What do you look? Yeah, Mike, this is a 95-lap stage. We went back racing with 87 laps to go. If you split it down the middle, you'll run at 140.
Chat, somebody is setting a fucking hitman on him.
They're notorious for splitting it right in half. But I think
Focus on bronze.
about 4 to 5 laps.
You gotta throw me some fucking strikes, bitch. Come on.
Once 1 or 2 hits, you better not be far behind. It may happen as they're catching these lap cars too. I talked about that earlier. Being an
that was my pitch.
Leader down, but I'm seeing Reddick falling back.
Videos of the Peter
leader Byron
are so funny to
catches Reddick. Got a new
so my Minecraft movie experience is a lot like normal people getting theater kid experience at Wicked. That's how the movie felt for me.
Oh, get out of here. Get up, ball. Oh, you fucking shit me. I hit it off the wall.
If I go to skate, I just want the theater to get up and give a standing ovation like when Cap caught the hammer.
Wallace has fallen to 8th, restarted 2nd.
Oh my God!
Yeah! Restarting 4th.
See, you say you want that until you actually have to experience it.
No, the only thing that's going to make it worth going and seeing is
did people clap after the movie?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, dude. People clapping during the credits.
Nobody clapped during mine. Everybody just kind of got up and left.
Has that said a couple times now, so the biggest issue I've got, I can't finish the corner because I lose the nose. So maybe on a day when so many cars are very, very loose right now, not a bad thing to have to adjust for a little bit tight.
Did people react like during the movie though?
Up near the wall.
They were quoting the movie the entire time.
Yeah, just like you're talking about, just getting in 1 lap before. That'll most likely, as long as everything goes well on pit road, allow him to lead.
So every time he announced something,
we were starting to catch these lap cars. It was going to slow
the best part is I was sitting behind my cousin Alex, and every time some cringy shit would happen, I would see him like his body language would just like physically cringe. And I'm sitting back there also physically cringing.
But did your sister like the movie? That's all that's important.
She said she had fun. She also thought there was a lot of cringy shit in there too.
Zane Smith, there's Michael McDowell, Riley Herbst.
Everyone coming out. They said, yeah, we gotta get something done.
Larry,
Jason Momoa is the only thing that makes that movie worth rewatching.
They've got to come right away, but as I said, you get some drivers, and again, Hamlin and Keselowski are notorious for taking advantage of those fresh tires on the second run and running it right
Yeah, if he pits right now, he's not going to be the leader anymore.
Here's Keselowski to the pit lane along with Bubba Wallace. AJ Allmendinger's in, Austin Cindric, Noah Gragson.
What the fuck is even the premise of that movie? Like, what's the plot?
Minecraft.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah. The only thing I've really been talking about is it's kind of just its own thing. Like, I don't really know what drives it. Somebody at work was asking, like, where do the kids come from? Like, who are they?
The plot is Minecraft, Dad. That's all you need to know.
The plot is literally Minecraft.
It's just... It's not even like accurate to Minecraft. They just use the Minecraft fucking
like use the ambiance of the game, and it's not accurate at all.
Yeah.
See Kyle Busch in right there.
No.
As we watch William Byron continue to lead this race and stay out, we assume that he's going to split this stage in half. We saw a lot of this happen at Homestead.
Jack Black and Dwayne Johnson.
Brad Keselowski around halfway anyway.
In the pitch car.
Whoa!
Oh!
No,
almost killed someone. Holy crap! Who was that?
I think he missed pit road.
Caution?
I think you're right.
Yep. Caution does not wave.
He's got a right.
Hello, NASCAR. Hi.
He's still rolling.
He just had come off pit road.
At like 10 miles an hour.
Holy crap! Who did he almost obliterate right
That
there?
was Michael McDowell.
It was McDowell or Bubba. Oh, some came off the lug. That was the lug off his right rear tire.
Uh-oh, get the crew chief out here.
Well, obviously the tire's down. The other thing that I see is damage on that right rear. Hard to tell when that happened.
What was that?
Richard's laughing. Where's Richard laughing?
Wait, all right, wait.
Before pit stops.
Oh.
About half a
Look at, there's the lug right there.
You see the nut off the wheel right there.
Okay, well, that's going in the video. That's going in the video. You see the nut.
That thing stayed on there as it was sliding around the track. I can't believe he's made it. He's going to come on the pit road right now. Made it all the way around there. Got that
It's
wheel
going to come for.
Stay out of the penalty. Penalty's been done though.
So
Fuck
William
yes.
Byron has not stopped.
Of course, when it's not a boss battle, I can jack the fuck out of it.
No.
Hell no.
With Denny Hamlin in 5th, Alex Bowman in 8th. They have not been on pit road
Home run
since
number
lap
20
85.
on the season.
Mike Rudy Fugle, crew chief for William Byron, told me several weeks ago, we won the Daytona 500. We got a bigger playbook to work with. We've already got a win.
Good point. Caution.
And Byron just got screwed. Now he's going to be buried.
Caution at lap 138.
Okay.
Before the end of the pit stop cycle.
Who died?
They've done everything they could to keep it doing it.
Was the nut? The nut?
Debris in turn
And
4.
the 43 is now come to pit road.
Sorry.
The nut in turn 4.
Ahead of us for some reason.
I'm not ahead of you. I just saw it.
Reddick and
it's just Bob's tweet.
Blaney had unlapped themselves on those fresh tires.
Let's go.
You know what I love? Once a racer, always a racer.
Dude, 468, son. You know that? You know that fucking Target bullseye, that Target field where the Twins play, dead center. I was 10 feet away from that fucking bullseye. I hit that fucker straight dead center.
Laps on their tires. That is not going to work out well.
No, not at all, Larry.
So you have one group of cars.
Can I drive the pace car
haven't
at
been on pit
Michigan,
road
please?
since lap 85, led by Byron.
Can I wreck the pace car at Phoenix?
Led by Josh Berry, who pitted at lap 94, and then everybody who just pitted under green.
Stop talking,
So that's about
DJ.
a dozen
Rob.
cars.
I wasn't talking to you,
Now, fuck
big
you.
ass
Fuck
nigga.
you.
Take care.
Fuck you.
Now, one of those that stopped was Chris Buescher.
Oh, go over there and missile drop kick your knee.
on this caution flag. Everybody else, guess
Y'all
they're
big
going to
as
have to wait and
shit.
take the wave around.
Yeah. What about it?
Now let's go back to
Says you.
Keselowski in that
Who
pit
cares?
stop.
I know.
Captain Jolly Green Giant. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fucking Bumby looking motherfucker.
Bumby? What the fuck is Bumby?
So hard to tell right there.
It's like
what do you want me to
Gumby's
fucking join?
Gumby's gangsta black fucking nephew. Bumby.
Ah.
Yeah, and you can
We
see
went
the
over
wheel
this,
nut
son.
fly off of
Were you
this
here?
thing.
What do you want me to
Right as this
join,
car is
DJ?
spinning out right. Oh, I got my pin upside down right there. That's the nut that holds the
Wow,
wheel
that's
on.
the Martinsville Road Course.
And there it is.
What'd you say?
Tough break for a really good car. Brad was needing a good run here. Had one going. Major setback.
Well, Richard, Kyle,
75
we've been
lap
thrilled to have you
one?
join us for a little bit of this race. Thank you for coming
It's
by.
been interesting watching y'all try to operate up here.
Fuck off.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment because last year on leaving you said, I don't know what race you guys were
I'm
watching.
busy right now.
But it's been a pretty good one for the 43 so far.
I'm busy right now.
The big
No,
deal
you're
is
not.
Leave me alone.
when
Shut
I'm
up.
sitting
Leave me
here,
alone.
see what it
Just
says
watch
on
the
TV.
race. Shut up.
And the race is really back about 15th or 20th.
Yeah, I want to hear the cars go
They
vroom.
kind of
Exactly. That's why I
fanning
watch
off every lap. I mean,
You guys
they're
are
really
killing my
racing back
high.
there, but,
Overstimulated.
if you're here, you can see that.
DJ, shut the
you can't
fuck up.
see it on TV.
No, we try to get
Oh,
back
yeah,
there as
shut
much
up.
as we
I know,
can,
I
but you're right.
understand.
If you want to see it all, come buy a ticket,
You
right?
got it. I'm with you.
Well,
Thank you
Richard,
guys. Enjoy
Kyle, thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
guys.
coming
Thank you,
by.
guys.
Thanks for coming up. The king. Nothing cooler.
Pit road's
So
open, Jamie.
apparently the 45 will come back to pit road because he went too hard on his tires on lapping himself and would be out there on 5-lap old tires. So they're pitting again.
Tires in it. Meanwhile, the 20 of Christopher Bell, we talked about his issues, just the car was not happy. No grip in that first stage. Said he was a little bit better here. He said the car just will not turn when you put stickers on it.
Playing baseball while I listen to the Cubs.
Joey Logano battling loose in the 22 car the majority of the day. No different this run, but they have been making gains on it as he progresses forward. In the 24, William Byron had to work the tires a little too hard. That run got free at the end.
There's race off pit road.
I will. I'll come out there and play a game with you when it's done.
Darlington, the Goodyear 400. We got to take a picture up here. Hope you can get us to break.
You just got a bump?
Yeah.
My
Straight
back.
off.
Shut the fuck up, son.
Straight off
Trying
a
to-
stripper's ass.
Oh, my back.
I was trying to
Oh.
crack it. Sorry, other people can have back pain, you fucking asshole.
At 24 fucking years old, you're not allowed to have back pain.
Yeah, my
You fucking pussy hole.
Apparently, Greg Biffle did a burnout in the pace car.
Hell yeah.
Warm up tires.
The Biff. Blaney, what's the caution for it? Ain't debris. Spotter. Debris. Blaney, fuck off. Spotter. It's on the back. Blaney, shit. There's nothing back here. Zero. Zip. Nothing. Spotter. I know.
Oh.
Thank you, Blaney.
Apparently, Eric Jones came over the radio and said, "What the fuck are we fucking doing, NASCAR?" Because he pit when the caution came out.
Because they waited like 10 years for the caution. You, Eric Jones. Oh no, who let Logano back up front?
Your team. So if he wins this race, I'm blaming it on you.
Blame it on whoever.
Oh shit, Dad! I can start making meth.
Tyler Reddick is told he has a problem. Only he and Blaney unlapped them.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I read that tweet the first time and I was
bad,
like,
bro.
oh. But then he said, oh no. Well, this just got fun. Tyler Reddick is told there is rain on the way, and it might get here before the end of stage 2.
Alright, Reddick, we gotta make a move.
We are also 5 laps short of halfway.
NASCAR speeds through Thunder Valley for a triple header weekend. Racing starts Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on FS1 with the Truck Series.
I'm just
Greg
gonna make
Biffle won
some
twice here at
meth.
Darlington,
I'm
drove
gonna
the
make
pace
some
car for
meth.
today's race. 19 career Cup victories. He is a nominee for the NASCAR Hall of Fame and joins us here in the booth. Had a great lengthy discussion last night about rules and short track racing and stuff you're doing with Cletus McFarland, and wow, looks like you are having a ball.
Well, that conversation was at the bar, and you kind of look like, well, you never left the bar.
Yeah, I know. I lost my sleeve. No, it was fun. We had a great conversation. I'm sitting there after drink, having a beer, and on our way back to the hotel, and we had a great discussion about all the rules. I think we got it all figured out.
I hope so.
Speaking of fun, boy, you've been having a lot of fun lately.
I have. I've been having a lot of fun. Just ran the Freedom 500 this Friday night, and doing a bunch of stuff on YouTube and videos, and having fun with Cletus. So.
Well, that's good. When you come back to Darlington, you always ran really well here. You've been back here several times. What do you see out of these cars in today's NASCAR world?
You know, I mean, it looks a lot of the same. I remember racing you side by side here. We're up front in the lead, but tire wear, fall off, 3 seconds of fall off, so it looks like the tire wear is back.
All right, we're back under green. Chase Elliott had to make a second pit stop in that sequence.
Well, exactly what Greg said is what we all love about Darlington. No matter what generation car, driver, whatever you bring, it's the same old Darlington. And you see these restarts as wild as they've ever been coming up out of that hole.
Wait a minute. No, don't let him in second. Oh, no. No, not like this.
Trouble really quick here.
Another thing I'm seeing.
Wait, Christopher Bell?
Shook things up yet again.
My fantasy team has been revived. I'm back, gentlemen.
Josh Berry, Bell. Here it is, Denny
I'm so unbelievably back. Why is Ty Dillon P7? Oh, DJ's back too.
Fourth and fifth right here. That is my pick. Clint,
DJ's back too.
Best throwback paint scheme, the Wood Brothers, and that Jim Clark Indy winning number 21.
Oh,
love it. What history?
You want a history?
Does that batter just get hit in the face?
Come up here and spend a day with
Xander Bogaerts to take a ball
at a paint, throwback weekend. All these paint schemes. We went to the colors.
And DJ's gone. Goodbye.
And
it's been
educational, hasn't it? And you will also have no problem finding the best restaurants.
DJ's going the wrong way.
Spots in town. Mike is definitely our school teacher for the weekend.
We've had a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of cool paint schemes here. I'm telling you, it's neat to come and see it. But I'll tell you what, the bumps are back, Kevin. I went down there and drove that pace car, and across 1 and 2, it's rougher than I thought.
Yeah, when they put that patch off of turn 2, and they've actually ground the entrance and the exit of the patch, and when you come off the exit of turn 2, if you're not right in the middle as you go down the hill, right here, and if you're not in the right spot with the way that the bump limiters and things are, they're still bouncing off of them, but it's all that you can tolerate, and you have to have the wheel straight right there, or it'll do what Kyle Larson did earlier. It wasn't because of the bump, but it'll do the exact same thing if you come off that corner tight and have to pinch the car down over the bump.
You can't keep a good man down. This Ryan Blaney will not go away. Right back to the front he goes.
Trying for his first top 5 finish ever at Darlington. He's led laps here. He's run well here.
Yeah, both races last year. He got
looking for a big finish.
That'd be a great day to win in the throwback to
I'm back.
Paint scheme on board that Dutch boy Ford Mustang, Menards Ford Mustang there. It's pretty cool when you can throw it back in the family.
Greg, I knew which scheme he was going to pick before the weekend ever started. What's yours?
You know, there's so many great paint schemes, but the Wood Brothers on this throwback paint schemes always seem like they have some of the best. You know, throughout the years, the Motorcraft car and all those other things. It seems like they do it the best with the crew uniforms.
I'm starting to think they're doing it on purpose.
Mike Joy, the King, Greg Biffle, everybody said the Wood Brothers.
Like, dude,
75 years to choose
just
from.
some of these are
insane.
Yeah,
to pick from. But that Blaney scheme that you saw a moment ago, his dad Dave was World of Outlaws champion, raced in the Busch Series, raced in the Cup Series, nearly won a Cup race for Bill Davis, but he did have a Busch Series win, and that is what is replicated on Ryan Blaney's car today. They just couldn't get the avocado green
chance to
on
walk
there.
it
He
off
was
here,
a little
Dubs.
disappointed about that, but car looks great, and it's running up.
Oh, great. And they turned it into a dynamic challenge.
Incredible fantasy spot now. First and fourth with rain on the way. Let's go.
The car of Joey Logano, Hamlin, Bell. They've got the track position. Josh Berry, add his name to the list. Finally, those cars are handling, Kevin.
And the more track position that they get, the better they're going to handle. You get stuck in the middle of this pack, and you don't have a perfect handling car or a really fast car, you wind up just getting stuck. So being able to have some things fall your way, and you guys have been here enough. There's just moments in these races at Darlington that come down to you're either on pit road or not on pit road, or the caution comes out at the wrong time, right time. It always seems that we have those moments that happen in these Darlington races.
Right here could be one of them. Todd Gilliland up top, Justin Haley on the bottom. That's a Ray Fox paint scheme for Gilliland. Ray Fox Sr.
All right, fucker. Full count. Give me something to hit, you fucking puss.
And car owner, 4 generations of Foxes working in NASCAR. Great grandson is changing tires. His grandson has been a car chief and mechanic. Oh, yeah.
Well, that right there, Greg, is one thing that has changed. There weren't too many times that somebody would
right on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and I fly out to medium outfield. What the fuck ever?
You couldn't make it happen. The cars would spin out.
Jesus Christ,
you couldn't do it. And I was like, I was all just inched up there when I was watching them come off the corner. It's these cars stick there, but that's a tough drive.
And one thing that's really different with these Gen 7 cars compared to the cars that we're talking about, they just don't get as loose underneath each other. They don't lose all the air off the side of the car and off the rear deck and spoiler there. So that's been one thing that's been kind of good about the Gen 7 cars. You can run side by side a lot easier and not spin out.
Yeah, more underbody aero keeps the cars not as sensitive. 33 laps to go. In stage number 2, William Byron incredibly has led every lap so far at Darlington. Logano, Hamlin, Bell, Berry trying to catch him.
La Pantera, the Panther. Yes.
Having problems with the brakes again. Have a brake water explosion. Yay!
Ooh!
This is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen someone dominate like this. This is insane. This dude has led every single lap. Larson didn't lead every lap in that race.
Bristol last ball.
Byron's led every single lap.
Happy 100 to the Goodyear blimp. Happy 75th to Darlington Raceway. There's a look at the lead. Byron, Logano, Hamlin, Bell, Berry, the top 5. Ryan Blaney has slipped to 6th, and we'll show you why here.
Ooh. Got it with the right rear, pulled the right front back around. That's a pretty good. That's not just a love tap there.
Yeah, and we talk about how Kyle Larson drags the right rear, and that's what you don't want when you hit the right rear and then it grabs the right front, and then it feels like a magnet. You can't get the thing off the wall.
You get 3 stripes for that one.
Well, what you can't afford, and the lap times and the data will show it, is that toe link's bent. That'll be a major setback for them, not only on the racetrack this run, but it'll take a long time to fix it.
So Blaney in 6th, right behind him, Ty Gibbs and Ty Dillon, both having good runs here today in the top 10.
And that's why you just have to grind away at this racetrack. Just keep the car rolling, keep yourself on the lead lap. And we saw Ty go a lap down earlier. The caution came out, he got the wave around, got back on the lead lap, and all of a sudden it flips the other way.
Bob Hockrish just tweeted, Larson told as far as the front clip and suspension goes, the car isn't hurt. Had to replace the front bumper, so assuming you get the height of the car close to the new front bumper and splitter, he should be fine mechanically. Brother, he is 160 laps down! Why are we even going back out there? There's literally no point. What are we doing? Oh my. I can't wait till we go out there and we're running the best laps on track, 160 laps down.
Conditions are changing a lot. Huge cloud up over the track, dark, and it has cooled down a lot. Picking grip up for these guys. This will play in favor of some cars and others not so much.
Yeah, and when you come back for the Southern 500, that's always the trick. And right now we're seeing a little bit of the same thing with
and goodbye, Briscoe.
When you go from day to night.
Bye-bye, DJ. Oh my, what?
From day to night. So is it going to stay overcast like it is now? Is the sun going to come back out? But we've seen William Byron be good no matter if the sun's in or out. So he's led every lap.
William Byron has led 163 laps. Statistically, that does not bode well here. Drivers who lead the most laps in the
Larson is 158 laps down with 130 to go and can only pass one car, JJ Yaley.
Yep, we're the downers.
Why would we even go back? And he's on track. They put the 5 car back on track. We're back out there.
Regan?
Yeah! He's gonna cause a massive accident, watch.
Of course, it stayed out when that most recent caution came out. Use that to take advantage, get track position back.
The leader will try to go around him and cause him to spin. It'll be fucking hilarious. That guy running away with the race. Larson's gonna be like, hold my fire suit.
Right now, since we went green about 20
Larson fire suit.
takes place, and if they've made gains on that
and that's just what happens in this car. Even if you have a tight condition, the right rear tire at this racetrack, it drives off the right rear tire. You have to take care of it. Even if you're pushing, the right rear tire is gonna wear off the car, and like we talked earlier, a lot of these cars just tank.
Greg, riding along here with Denny Hamlin. Take me around this place. You've been around it just as much as we have.
I'm fucking tired of watching other teams hit dingers.
What? It looks like the car is starting to free up, and like Kevin said, the cars just naturally free up. The tires wear, and the car typically here goes loose. That tends to be better than tight, because if it's tight and you're running up along that wall, the only thing you can do is just slow down. Just slow down. So it's the groove right against the fence all the way around.
Yeah, Dawson, you idiot.
This racetrack, and sometimes you run
looking on Twitter, man.
3 and 4, but typically it's
your
right
first,
up against
your
the
first
fence.
mistake was listening to Twitter.
Yeah, and the hard part about this car is it has a natural.
It was a radar
image.
It was a radar image. What do you want me to do?
With the Gen 7 car, you have to
not look at Twitter.
That rotation to try to keep it from over-rotating.
Come on, Michael
When
Bush.
you're tight, it makes you slower to get to that point of being able to
Michael Bush,
get to
the
point
Kush
of
man.
being able to anticipate it to keep the car from snapping loose. So you get behind, and that's what happens. You get tight, and then it snaps loose because you're behind on the anticipation of the rotation.
And the other side of that is this.
No, Michael Bush, the
this
Cubs
racetrack
first
being
baseman.
so drastically different. 1 and 2, I was comfortable. I could walk that thing around there and really felt like I could be very competitive. Never was comfortable exiting turn 4 on that wall, and I needed to be, right.
Kyle Larson.
I just want to cook
in the
meth.
race
Here we go!
When you return to the race from the garage, you have 3 laps, 3 consecutive laps.
You guys
to
can
make
still win the
NASCAR's
race, though.
minimum lap speed. They did.
We cannot still win the race. We would be able to get back to 138 laps down.
A lot of people would be asking, why would you do this? Why would you want to go back out on the racetrack and run around 160 laps?
Because he's an idiot.
Well, I'll tell you why. They lost the regular season championship last year by 1 point.
By 1 point. That's a fair. That's an understandable point.
Remember, this is where we come back and start the playoffs too in September. They
rain at Indianapolis and Charlotte, actually. It didn't have anything to do with the 45. It had to do with him not starting Charlotte.
Green flag pit
If he just starts Charlotte, he wins the regular
Everybody
season
in the top 10 except Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney were 15th or worse prior to green flag pit stops.
God damn it,
so
Michael
things
Bush.
here have changed. 15 laps to go in stage 2 at Darlington. We take you Fox side by side.
They should have played like the classic.
That's what that was.
I mean, like the start. Always play this music.
Holy shit, fellas! Boss challenge. Said I was gonna hit a dinger and I actually hit one. Holy fuck. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
The first time for everything, I think.
Somehow I hit one out at
That's such a black
95.3 miles an hour and it only went 373 feet, but it's a bomb. I'll take it.
Imagine Kyle Larson just comes out of the garage and he's running like 100-mile-an-hour faster than everybody.
He's just in a jet.
He just nice puts it against the outside wall and just doesn't lift, and it just goes super fucking sonic speed. Yeah, except 100-mile-an-hour faster.
Come on, Cubs. I really want a fucking sweep of the Padres.
Me too.
And to score the go-ahead run on a former Cub, that'd be hilarious.
Nine different faces have gone to victory lane in the last 9 races at Darlington Raceway. And here they are. Will William Byron become the first repeat winner among those 9, or will it be somebody else? We'll find out in 119 laps at the track Too Tough to Tame. Mike Joy, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, and Greg Biffle with you here in stage number 2.
Hell yes. Come on, boys.
When the hurricanes hit western North Carolina, the government, FEMA, everybody seemed all kind of handcuffed in red tape. And you hopped in your helicopter and became the hero of hurricane relief. I know you're not a glory chaser. You weren't doing it for the publicity. You were doing it because there were people out there that needed help, and you found a way to help them.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a weird deal the way it came together. I got a message that somebody needed help. Somebody needed, to be airlifted out. And I just thought, if I don't go, who's going to?
I almost took that fucker deep
again.
again.
We had no idea at that point what was good, what we were going to see. And once I got in the air and got up there and saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, and no communication, no power, roads are blocked. And this is in a city setting here. But when you get up in the mountains, there's no access anywhere. And so it was, just jumped into action and off we went. And then the helicopters that came after that, the people, the messages I got.
Well, that's it. It wasn't just what you did. It was all the social media that was generated by your efforts, attracted people and equipment.
There's an audio recording of someone in the theater for the Minecraft movie. And it goes, chicken jockey, and like everybody cheers, but then you just hear gunshots in the background. What is going on?
What?
It's like, yeah! It literally is a recording. It's like, yeah! Dook, 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 dook.
How does a hurricane hit the mountains? And it was just, I think it caught.
Imagine that, an umpire giving him a fucking strike late in the game.
A tree down every
fucking scumbags.
feet for miles and miles, and then when you get there, the roads washed
out. Would have been 3-0.
The water's 60 feet deep over top of the roadway, and just took everything in its path. And so it was and all the race teams, people came and brought supplies and helped out. It was a tremendous thing to see the humanitarian effort of just people in general.
Well, all of Western North Carolina and Eastern Tennessee, thank you. I mean, what a wonderful humanitarian response.
And I think when you look at NASCAR racing, there isn't a sport that does it better from an event like that, or charity, or supporting each other. This sport is such a tight-knit group of people, and when those things happen, you won't find a more giving group of people than this NASCAR community.
Yeah, and
I know, on a laundromat. Yeah.
The network of NASCAR, right? Your
make some hash.
efforts being in this sport and the people that you meet.
You gonna make some hash?
I know a guy. Let me call this guy. I remember this guy, right? You just through that connection of life living in NASCAR and all these people, all these
it's
companies
my legal
not
business
only represented
for
but
my
worked with, and that
cocaine
network
lockup
sure
in the
helps
bag.
out when you're in a situation like that.
And it did.
My meth
and it was
operation.
crazy to see the amount of, all the people delivering, supplies and furniture rows, sending tractor trailer loads of bedding and all kinds of things. So it just, everybody poured out support and brought merchandise and brought stuff, and we flew it out.
Oh, dude, this is how you do money laundering.
To go, and I think the Starlink, story was the best. They delivered us 300 units basically overnight to my shop. We took them to the airport and had them on helicopters at sunup.
Wow.
It was a pretty neat effort to get search and rescue and to get the folks back into communication. Who needed help was the biggest thing. Fantastic.
Well, I thought, Kevin, when Ryan Blaney hit that wall, as hard as he hit the wall, it would hurt him, but he's hanging tough right there in the top 10. Hasn't taken him out of this race.
No, his pace has still been pretty good, and if something's wrong with his car, you sure wouldn't be able to tell.
The 8th?
And
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna
it's the
tell
9th.
you, I mean, just what a difference this caution
Oh,
made. I mean, look at the top
motherfucker.
10. You've got Ty Dillon up there, Gibbs, Bell. He had trouble early. And these guys that Reddick, we saw at the tail end of that run those guys down. But Buscher's back there now, struggling back here in dirty air, needing a clean air. Logano, add him to the list up there. Denny Hamlin started up there, had trouble because, right, it swapped when they came in and took tires, lost the track position.
Dude, these videos of dudes just giving standing ovations, bro. It's ridiculous.
Lead every lap here. I don't know.
Well, he may be lucky that this stage only has a lap and a half to go because Joey Logano is coming. And it seemed like Logano struggled early in this race. And I was shocked by that to see that he just wasn't making any progress. And now he's
track position.
And you see right now, I mean, that is exactly right, Clint. You see William Byron has caught the tail end of the field right there, and he just can't go anywhere in traffic at that. Logano has clean air and has run right up to him.
Going to put stage 2 in the books right here. William Byron holding on. Cody Ware is going to stay on the tail end of the lead lap. And Byron captures stage 2. He is only the second driver in stage racing history.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. just stole a base.
2 stages. Chase Elliott did it at Martinsville in 2022.
What the
William
fuck
Byron
is this
dominates.
bullshit?
How's a guy wearing an Opera GX mask? Oh my god.
He didn't move. Oh.
Oh, here's the video. My theater's reaction to chicken jockey police call. Buckets of popcorn, drinks getting thrown, bro.
What?
What is that chicken jockey shit? Just
It's just a meme, pretty much. It's just because it's for some reason Jack Black like has to narrate like every single thing in the movie. So it's like everything he says is just a meme at this point. We're just kind of ran with it the entirety of the promotion of the movie and the movie coming out. And it's essentially just to make fun of him. It's like not really making fun of him because he knows about it too. So he does it, Jack Black does it, and he finds it hilarious.
I see all these stats before the race. I see more stats than I ever have in my life, and you have to be 30 and under to win at Martinsville in the next year. And I'm so happy that you just put a dagger right in the middle of that thing, one for the old guys. So,
well, I appreciate it, and I saw some stats this morning, kind
That
of like
motherfucker's 4 for 5 every fucking
retired,
day.
Stopped winning, and there's one guy that's way up on that chart. It's Kevin Harvick that won. And I remember, when I started this podcast a couple years ago, I was like, well, that guy's still winning. He's 46, 47 years old and still kicking our asses. So hopefully I'm half as competitive as you were at that age, because it's a great feeling.
Join Kevin every Tuesday and Thursday. Is this the best podcast in NASCAR? Tune in and see Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour, presented by Echo Park Automotive. Jamie?
Well, Mike, the Wood brothers have contributed so much to the NASCAR community and the sport in general over their 75 years, especially back in the 60s when they developed the modern day pit stop. As everybody gets ready to come in, let's meet the guys going over the wall for the Wood brothers.
Parks Jones, front tire changer.
Most bad the Machado double plays.
100th and 101st win.
Trevor White, rear changer, and I played football at Baylor University.
Mason Plant, tire carrier, played football at Wingate University.
Weston Kramer, jackman, former defensive tackle for Indiana University. Go Hoosiers.
Blake Baker, fueler, played football at Lenore University.
Miles Stanley, the crew chief. Jason.
There it is.
All-time.
I dropped Stanley, longtime engineer.
Oh my
Penske, Todd Gordon's engineer for, I think, 13 years.
So let me get this
Bush
straight.
just dropped a
We've
fucking
now
ball.
heard who invented the modern day pit stop with the Wood brothers that are on
Been
site
Turner, not
today, and
Bush.
Petty
Oh,
family
Turner,
was
sorry.
up here invented the window net. So we've
I thought Bush came in for
covered a few
him.
things
That's why he's
again.
bad.
We haven't uncovered them today, but reminded some people.
So we were talking with Greg about the first Southern 500, 1950. Johnny Manson of Plymouth was the
Come on,
slowest
Turner, you gotta
qualifier. He
have
won the
that.
race because he ran 6-ply truck tires, never had to change them. Everybody else was blowing out tires. They were getting wheels and tires from fans' cars in the infield and stuff like that. But what else was unique about that racetrack?
Well, what was unique about it is they said they all ran down on the bottom of the racetrack, or what we call the apron, off of the racetrack. And I guess the racetrack.
This guy
is
said
only
when
what we
Jack
call the
Black
racetrack,
said
one
chicken
lane
jockey, the
wide,
dude
so
next to him ripped
pretty
off his
interesting.
shirt and
That's how
chucked it
somebody
into
got
the
shoved
rest
up
of the
onto the
crowd
bench
in
and
the
said, "Hey, this is
theater.
fast."
He said the theater was full. Every seat was full. People just kept on coming in.
Well, we cover it every week, and right on the brink of disaster. And
He said when Jack Black said chicken jockey, I thought I was gonna die. It was like the fall of the Roman Empire. What? Is that even
So Byron
me?
again, first off pit road, and Justin Haley with trouble backing up. Here's the 12 stop.
I couldn't get the jack under the car.
Oh, slow stop for mine.
Huh? Iron?
Well, I kind of looked up. I didn't see who. I saw a slow stop.
You're good.
I'm on Twitter. He said Jason Momoa looks like the JD Vance Photoshop.
How's the game going, Daddy?
Padres just took the lead in the 9th.
What's that thing on your...
Apparently somebody has a huge bunny at the
So I don't break my fingers when I slide.
Oh.
DJ, that you?
It's a huge ass rabbit. Holy smokes. He's got a little baseball hat on.
You play for the Twins, right?
Nah, it's not DJ. This bunny's brown. A huge ass bunny. It's a rabbit.
Get there. Yes, we win!
So the score is now 8-7.
This is Dawson. Me genuinely tweaking on a game that I could literally just turn off at any time.
Come get your local dose of Elvis at your neighborhood Kroger. It's an Elvis impersonator singing at a Kroger bar. What is going on at the Kroger?
Let's see what I got for hitting that home run in that boss challenge. Probably a bunch of fucking
Stenhouse
white
to the rear for
bullshit.
throwing equipment. Stenhouse.
Flooding over Louisville party, 9 p.m. till we drown.
Carson hosts of our showing up to the racetrack every week to cause at least one cause.
Well, anybody that plays the show official, if you do a boss challenge, just take the easiest one because I just hit a home run, got my 5 coins, and everything in my box I already had. Trash. Not even worth it.
After that, the Daytona 500 winner trying to close out his second win of this year. Let's do a quick recap, Jamie, because there were some cars threatening some drivers that were trying to apply some heat.
What?
Kyle Larson came in as the favorite, running 19th. You see the 5 car. He was the odds-on favorite. Out early. He is back on the track, but not a factor after dominating this race.
It keeps getting worse. I saw a video where somebody body slammed a theater employee, bro. What is going on at the movie theater, man?
What is happening in that goddamn movie?
Dude, they're fighting the food fight. What is going on?
I thought the 2 guys that could contend with William
Minecraft movie turns people into retards.
got caught out
Official.
though. Had recovered, got all the way back to 4th. We saw the issue on pit road with just over 100 laps to go in this race. I don't know if he can get back up there.
All right.
The other big
Here we
factor, though,
fucking
was
go.
Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's now running
Back-to-back home runs to walk it off. Here it comes. You heard it here
Didn't have
first.
the track position he needed. Right now, though, the 4-time winner is in a great position.
Yeah, in a place where legend, myths are created here in Darlington. Byron hoping to add to his or create even more of one. Let's go back to Mike.
Come on,
There's a guy getting up in front of the screen as the trailers are playing, going, "This movie is gonna change our lives."
Calls it a strike.
Hanging out with Clint Lee and Owen Sawyer last night. There was a long conversation. There'll be more of that. But boy, glad to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I love to come up here and check this out.
This is just a group of kids booing every time there's a woman on the screen, dude. What is...
Fun looks good on you. It looks like you're having fun. Anytime you show up.
Someone, in fact, did water bucket release on the underpaid workers. It's just every aisle is filled with popcorn.
I mean, typically Clint is our lead rapscallion up here in the booth. So, you know, today you came in with no sleeves.
The guy's on his
Trying to take some of his thunder away.
I love it. Next time I'll have my
What
suit
the
on.
fuck?
Okay, good.
And my tie.
Did you take that helicopter down here? You flying home?
Of course.
My man.
All right, back to business. Noah Gregson entered pit road, not single file, and equipment leaving the pit box for Ricky Stenhouse. So they will restart in the back. Justin Haley
Come on,
had to
Tucker.
come back and tighten a lug nut on his number 7. Remember, that was Kyle Larson's crew last week. They pretty much swapped crews for both cars supplied by Hendrick Motorsports.
Oh.
Let's get ready to restart.
Minecraft
Byron and
movie
Hamlin,
opening up to
Logano and
150
Gibbs,
million
Dude.
in 3 days, which is more
Bell
than
and Reddick
Snow
Reddick
White
wrote
took in
3.
16 days.
The amount of videos I've seen of chicken jockey where it's
row 5.
Well,
We
these
still
guys,
have
people just throw food across the theater, bro.
today, and they're going to get more and more aggressive on these restarts. So here we go.
Speaking of which, a lot better restart for
Minecraft
that inside line.
Oh,
Joey
Logano. Never mind.
Didn't happen. Boy, I was hoping to see a side-by-side. Somebody challenge William Byron.
Well, Hamlin had the measure of him. Here comes
Eva,
Christopher
Loki,
Bell on the
come on.
outside. He's wheeling, but nowhere to go. He's stuck right there behind Hamlin. He had a great launch off turn number 2. Bell did.
45's a little bit back there, I see.
He wants more and gets it. Bell to second place.
Well, we've seen Christopher Bell's car run really good on the short run. I should say it's run better on the short run than it has on the long run.
Chicken
So
jockey.
it's amazing
Are
what
the
happens
Cubs
when you
about
get
to
that track
lose this
position.
fucking game?
Oh no!
Oh.
Josh Berry.
And Barry's dead.
He clipped Reddick in
those cars.
All right, Turner, make up for your blunder, you dumb
See who was on
fucker.
the inside of him, but that's the car that I saw sideways first. Then here, yeah, it's Reddick.
Not clear, I would say.
Did we cause
Yeah, he
that?
definitely was not.
Reddick caused that.
A lot of front end damage to the Wood Brothers car.
This is just somebody's grandpa screaming at kids during the movie.
7th caution flag of the day.
Apparently they were throwing stuff, and the grandpa gets up and
right
goes,
there.
fucking time. Who's...
Wasn't me.
Honestly, W Grandpa, because that's fucking retarded.
Yeah,
Window
dotted
down, looks like
outside.
he may be climbing
Fucking
out.
cocksucker.
We'll see.
Umpire's ready to go home. It's been a long one.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway President
Strike
Doug
3, you're
Bowles
done.
sent the Wood Brothers a letter asking them to run this scheme again, please, when they come to the Brickyard later this summer to honor Jim Clark's Indy win. So we love it, but caution, contact with Reddick. Barry ends up in the wall hard with the right front.
That boy Turner. Staying alive, staying alive. Atta boy. Keep throwing those belt high 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, and Turner will fucking time one out. It's gonna be a fucking change up in the dirt, dude.
Hours to kick in, bro.
Let the dogs back in, could you?
Come on, Turner. Woo! Just a bit high.
Nope, yeah, once I level up, though, I'll be able to start, I think, getting all the stuff to make meth.
Dude, he's hanging in there. How about the masturbator? Come on, Turner. I cannot fucking believe he didn't call that a strike. He's called 2 of those a strike this inning already. Fuck yeah, hanging out, hanging out.
Dude, this is what, like a
Come
9-pitch at
Turner.
bat?
I think this will be number 9 coming up. He's fouled off 4 of them. Oh, this will be 10.
Hit an absolute nuke.
Come on, dude. Just launch it.
Oh, Briscoe on pit road.
Fuck. Son of a fucking bitch. 7 runs in the first 2 innings and nothing, and they get beat. Fuck off. Fuck you, baseball. Fuck you.
Yeah, we still won 2 out of 3. I'm not too mad about
Yeah.
it.
Only like 151 to go.
On Fox next Sunday.
I don't like giving
Bristol,
up 8 runs,
Tennessee.
but scoring 7 runs.
Oh, look, there's a Chevy in the lead.
IndyCar at Long
Steph.
Beach next Sunday, 4:30 Eastern on Fox. And the NHRA in Las Vegas next Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
All right, I will
on
play a board game
FS1.
with me
All the
daughter. You
quickest
guys have
and
fun.
Fastest motorsports are on Fox.
Yeah, as we go back and look at this, Clint, you know, we see the 45 and the 21 right there.
I see the
If
21.
he did, I don't.
Yield the position, lifted a little bit to let him in. Reddick
No, I
thought
don't.
he was clear, just like they said on the radio, not clear.
So
got up into him, took
if
his
Denny
front end away, put him in
Hamlin,
a wall, and put
Bubba
him
Wallace, Tyler Reddick,
Josh Berry had been a top 5, top 10 car.
and I think
all day.
AJ Allman.
Dude, it gets better. This is the guy that says chicken jockey Duke gets up and does a backhand spring in front of the theater, bro.
Look at that view right there. I mean, you can you see that Barry's coming down
There's
the hill.
literally
to try
one
to
where
get
there's like
and
teenagers and
45
it
is
says
coming
chicken
up,
jockey and they just take their
it's
buckets of
they
popcorn
came
and just
together at a
dump
bad time right there when one was going down the hill and the other's up the hill more
Why?
than the guy on the
Why are
outside
people
in the 21
doing
Josh
this?
Berry expected.
You hear him walk, trying to
The
lift. to give him
treating the
position.
theater like in game, I'm fine with that. Like,
It happens fast,
quick,
especially in that corner.
I don't think that was a real video. I think somebody
caution of the day. Riley Herbst will get
that was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
DJ,
are you here?
DJ picked up one position, and we've been
Derek?
seeing some interesting new moves on pit road.
Derek.
Take a look at what his team is doing on pit road,
Oh, no, he's dead.
in terms of the jackman and what he has to do running around the race car.
Bro,
You'll see it right here when they drop
water
the jack.
bucket
Watch
release.
this.
This
The
dude
jack
just
slings
chucks
around
his
from behind
popcorn
him.
as far
He
as
crosses
he
his
can get
hands
it.
over.
What are we doing?
And saves a couple steps right there. One of the guys that's had to learn that this year, Joe Alexander Bonyaw, and I know I probably just butchered that name, but I tried really hard. You've been doing that move the majority of the season. How long does it take to get the hand-eye coordination and figure all that out?
It's a long process. It took about every bit of the off season, and you just every rep you're gaining a little bit more confidence, enough to take it out to the track, because this is a lot of risk out here. But yeah, I'd say about the entire off season.
Well, it's looking good right now. You picked your driver up a position. And Mike, I can tell you that Chris Berkey, the pit crew coach for Joe Gibbs Racing, he tasked these guys with finding a way to save steps and get every tenth of a second on the pit road, and they have been doing that.
I'll tell you, that's awesome. He looked like Junior Johnson slinging that jack around the front of the car, or maybe Jeff Hammond.
Didn't
in later
Junior Johnson take somebody out, maybe allegedly on purpose?
An official was giving them a hard time, and the official would stand at the front of the car out on pit road during the pit stop. And as the story goes, Junior decided to teach that official a lesson. And as he swung the jack, he swung it right around, took the feet right out from under that official.
Sound like he might have been in the way, Mike.
And as I watch that video right there, that's what I think about the front tire carrier right there. I'm like, oh man, it gets a little wide.
When you're talking
jack right in the knees,
pit stops inside of 9 seconds, it's all the little things.
I don't know how to properly
The
explain the
Darlington Raceway.
TikTok I
You'll see
just
it from our
watched.
aerial coverage today.
It's one of those where the
presented by
dude goes
Goodyear,
in the drive-through through the
celebrating
window,
100
or like he
years of
climbs through the
American icon,
window.
The
And
Goodyear
this
blend.
Bojangles.
Into that
He
story.
grabs a
Never
sandwich
signed
that
the
this woman had
11th
just made
ever.
right out of her hand. Just straight grabs it. Then these two dudes come up
The
from behind the
biggest
counter
drubbing
with peanut
in
butter
the
on their
history
chest.
of Darlington
bro.
Raceway came here in 1965 in the Southern 500. It was Ned Jarrett's
Oh,
only
the people
Darlington
on the
win.
TikTok,
He
dude,
went
the
on to
people
win
in
the
this
championship in the
Bojangles
Cup
are-
Series that
I
year.
saw Jesus
He
in the
won
background.
by
What is going on?
14 laps. That is a NASCAR
Whoa.
record. That'll never happen again with stage racing and waiver rounds and free passes and everything we know today. But I would say what William Byron is doing today is the closest to what Ned Jarrett did in 1965 in today's NASCAR. This is a drubbing. He's led every one of 200 laps so far.
Well, if it stays this way, this race was won yesterday with that huge lap that he put himself in front of this field.
Well, and all the drivers that we talked about how important that qualifying lap was on this particular racetrack.
Here's some Kyle Busch audio.
This car, this track, all is because you had the 11 and the 20 that were bleeding all day in the 20s. Like, I was about ready to pass the 11 when I was, and here we are, the race has flipped and they're running top 5 just fine. So all about where you put the staple.
Kyle Busch is.
Well, we kind of noticed that the way this race has had comers and goers based on timing of pit stops and where you are in the restart lineup, and Kyle Busch now finds himself 18th. That's the source of that frustration.
Well, and it's
We pledged to Order of Souls, and it's this dude walking onto a pirate ship.
They lost that
No, it's not Sea of Thieves, big
My
dog.
opening line in the pre-race show today had the word frustrating in it, and that is this racetrack, because it becomes difficult to pass. It becomes very one line. Hard, to find somewhere to set somebody up for a pass. So as a driver, it is very frustrating. You got to keep yourself focused.
Ready for the restart. Byron and Bell fire off. We're back to green, stage 3.
Oh man, Christopher Bell, he got off to a good
Joey
launch
Logano
right
with
there
the
and has
restart.
actually got a half
Christopher
a car
Bell.
length on William Byron right now.
He sure did. He rolled to
Gentlemen,
him. I
we might
noticed
have
he
someone to
kinda
fight
lagged
off,
back a little bit and
Byron.
rolled to him. Byron on the
It's
outside,
also
drag
the-
race off
it's
the
also
2 down this
the
back
Dawson
stretch. Here we
Fantasy
go.
drivers.
This just might
Hi,
be the first time
gentlemen.
this
I'm
race
still gonna
William
do
Byron doesn't lead.
Well, William Byron's going to have the momentum off the top of that racetrack
No, we don't.
on the exit of turn 4, and he's going to keep this lead.
Amazing.
These cars are very
Someone
sensitive
to
to
contest Byron.
that momentum that you have to keep.
Chase
And if you can
Elliott
keep
is now in the top
center,
10 for some
corner
reason.
roll speed up to where it needs to be. That high lane is always going to have the run up off the corner.
What did he?
Big gaggle here. Looked like that car on the outside. Nemechek might have brushed the wall and backed everybody upright in that group.
Yeah, he definitely got high off of 2, had to lift out of the gas and stacked them up big time.
Yeah, we see 2 cars that were up towards the front of the racetrack. The number 12 there, Ryan Blaney, had some trouble on a pit stop, and Ryan Priest right behind him ran in the top 5 at the beginning of this race, and just has not been able to make his way back up towards the front in traffic.
Jamie?
Such a good day going for Josh Berry. Talked about you, the Wood brothers, so much, and then it came to a screeching halt. What exactly happened there on track?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. We had a pretty good restart there. I got a little checked up and lost some momentum behind Joey, and Tyler got underneath me there, and we kind of just ran out of room, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say in that moment. Obviously, just tough to get off of 2 with that bump and everything. So I don't know. We just kind of got together. So I don't know. Our cars are fast. We're not going anywhere. We're going to run up front. We're going to be in this position again. Just want to thank everybody at Ford Motor Company. Obviously, we had amazing Jim Clark throwback here today. Everybody at Motorcraft and Quick Lane, and we'll go get them next week.
Thanks, Jamie. So Byron did not.
Dude, that shit was so good it blew his hair off.
Has now led for 205 laps, and he's pulled out about 0.4 of a second on Christopher Bell. Denny Hamlin in 3rd. Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, all contenders in the top 5. And how about Ty Gibbs? You know, ran that last segment up in the top 10.
I'm gonna start sending you these TikToks, dude.
Yeah,
It's
they've
the
done
guy
a great
that
job
jumps
of
in
keeping
the window
themselves
of
in the game.
driver.
And as we talked about all day,
just keep
that's
getting
what you have to do
worse.
here. Just keep yourself in the game. You do not know.
This one had a guy in a dress, a dude dressed like Mickey Mouse. An employee finishes making a Baconator, and then the guy tries to take it. The employee just yoinks that thing against the wall.
Alex Bowman,
No
7th.
doors, no
Busher,
problem.
Chase Elliott, Eric Jones in the top 10.
Oh no, another chicken jockey reaction video.
These guys are both really good, them and their teams, at grinding out races. Even when something happens during the day, we've seen Alex Bowman have that happen a few times today. Chris Busher and his team, they're just so good at finding their way towards the front.
Been kind of a quiet day for Chase Elliott so far, as his teammate William Byron has led every lap. Eric Jones right with him. They had that move of taking on tires before the end of the stage and just rolling around the last 2 laps slowly so they wouldn't have to stop again. And look, that's put him up in the top dozen.
I mean, look at the difference as soon as that happened.
Yep.
The caution came out 34-27. Boom.
Great strategy move.
Yeah,
we go top 10.
And we had the king up in the booth earlier, and he approved of the timing of that caution and when it came out and how it was going to work for that 43 car. You talk about the Wood brothers, and you look at this Richard Petty throwback scheme here. We've covered it pretty well, but man, there's just not many schemes that stick out like that 43 old SDP paint scheme.
Let's have a look at today's big move, sponsored by Pods. And it was after this restart where it looked like Christopher Bell just might get the better of William Byron. But he had the top lane, and Big Mo, the momentum coming up off the corner.
I'm back from
and
your
Byron
front.
continued
I see Byron
in leading every lap so far at Darlington. That's your
If Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, and AJ Allmendinger all finished in the top 10, I win $230.
Regan?
No, I have a round robin thing going though. So if I have 3 of the 4, I win money. If I have 2 of the 4,
That
I
was
win
the
money.
first time all day. It really took a big swing to the loose side on him, and you could hear a little bit of concern in his voice. Of course, that was a long run right there. He also commented on the fact that he felt like it was the clouds that caused that. Well, as I look up at the sky right now, it's very overcast currently, and it does look like there's some other clouds out there, so something to keep an eye on.
I'm also
as we
still
get
slinging
further and
dope,
further into this run,
trying
and
to
he
make
continues
it
to
where
get
I
a little
can
pressure from the 20
make
of
money.
Christopher Bell.
Scattered big clouds here in Darlington County this Sunday afternoon. Big hot day. Here's the Hunt Brothers Pizza on board for Joey Logano, sitting in 5th, just about a second behind Tyler Reddick. This, to me, I think is one of the most successful throwbacks, not just for the paint scheme, not just because it honors Cale Yarborough, who was such a hero here and from nearby Timmonsville, but Joey's connection with Cale. Early in Joey's career, Cale taking him around the racetrack, telling him where the trouble spots were, giving him advice of what to do. And obviously, when somebody does that, who's a Hall of Famer and an '84 race winner, that's got to be something you never forget.
No, not at all. I was fortunate to be around Cale when we ran a throwback scheme back in 2016.
Did you hear what I said though?
Just like Joey, when you're fortunate enough to run one of those paint
it's like a round robin parlay
that meant so much to the sport. And
so if
especially
Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and AJ Allmendinger all finished in the top 10, I won $230. 233 to be exact.
Well, it says Cale on the right side. It says Joey on the left side.
That's this one.
But
I'm
if
about Cale.
3 of the 4 finish in the top 10, I hit and I win something. And if 2 of the 4, I still win something.
He was, and
at my theater, someone snuck in a rotisserie
I remember
chicken
talking to
and
Cale
threw it
on
in
that
the
particular day, and just listening, just like when we had Richard Petty and Kyle Petty, and you listen to the Wood Brothers and all the things that they've been able to experience and talk about, and driving those cars around today, Clint. You just look at the interior.
That's just a waste of food.
How are you able to sneak in a rotisserie? Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't ask that.
How are they all still alive?
Dude, at the mall one my brother and I used to go to, dude, we'd sneak in Taco Bell, bro. We'd just be walking in with Taco Bell bags.
I mean, it's got a ton of power and very.
We'd just be walking in with mall Chinese food, bro. Like, casually.
That car.
How were your seatbelts held in? My God. How were your seatbelts held in your car?
I had a couple links of chain in it, about a little 3/8 log chain.
Wow.
Here's another one. No door, no problem.
Today is the most laps that William Byron has ever led in a cup race. 77 to go in Darlington.
The lava. Bubba, AJ, I need you to go forward. Steph, forward.
Go. That's not the movie I was expecting at all.
It's pretty retarded, I ain't gonna lie. I wanna make meth. Yeah.
Is he gonna have enough lap to make up?
He's not gonna have enough lap.
Like, who is Larson yet down 163 laps? Oh, actually, where are we at? Are we still completely sucking? Alright, so...
Open face helmets, 1970s and 80s cars. Clint and Kevin had a great time in pre-race thanks to the Wood Brothers. and some of the Fords from their museum with race-used motors. A Boss 429 and a 351 Cleveland.
Why did you put your seatbelts on?
Why did you not put your seatbelts on?
Those big old 3-inch belts.
Hey, they were so old. Look, we were pulling, we couldn't get them loose. Finally figured it out.
William Byron, your leader for all 222 laps. His teammate Alex Bowman, though, has been in the wall and just came around slowly, got back to pit road. He was in 8th place when that happened.
He got in the wall pretty hard, obviously hard enough that they're replacing a toe link and a right rear. We all know that that's doable, replaceable, but puts you behind the 8 ball pretty bad.
$70 to go. Can William Byron hold on to match Jeff Burton's September 2000 race at Loudon, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, in which Burton led all 300 laps.
Yeah, and interesting, you know, that particular day that Burton won that play.
Oh, it hasn't done that long.
They actually put restrictor plates on the car back in 2000. NASCAR, unfortunately, we'd had some accidents during that time that had taken the lives of some of the drivers, and they put restrictor plates on the car up there that day, and Burton led every single lap.
A couple of best friends going at it here, and
racing
hard for 8th place. Chase Elliott holds on to the spot from Ryan Blaney. Larry, 68 to go. What are we looking forward to?
Yeah, Mike, and that could be the difference if William Byron leads every single one of these laps, because we're closing in on green flag pit stops. Remember what happened in stage 2 with some coming a little early.
I think Byron would
split it right down the middle when that caution came out. I'm going to say probably in about 10 to 12 laps, you're going to see some drivers hitting pit road, but I would say the sweet spot is somewhere around lap 240 to 245.
Thanks, Larry.
Hillside door.
A battle for 25th, Austin Dillon, Shane Van Gisbergen. And to Richard Petty's point, there's battles all around this racetrack. There's no way TV can show them all, not all at once. Like Richard said, you got to come buy a ticket.
And we talked about this last week during the race. The mid-pack racing to the back is always way more difficult than it is up in the front. You're always fighting for your life in the back of that, in the middle, in the back of the pack.
Kevin, let's go back to that long run that we had earlier in the
I
race.
love doing money laundering.
Saw those Gibbs cards, the 20 car in particular, Christopher Bell, really start to fall off somewhere around that lap 36.
I want a laundromat.
Lap into the run. That's pretty much where we're at. We need to start paying attention here. Bell, Hamlin, Reddick, remember him, Busher, those guys really came on and took care of business on that backside of the run.
Well, when you look at these laps right now, 136, Bell 56, Hamlin is 60. So
you gotta
the
do
leader
it like
is,
in a
William
big
Byron
city,
has just
though.
been
You can't
lights
really
out today. Continues to be the class of the field right now. I think that the big challenge that we've seen if these runs go really long is when he gets to the back of the traffic and has a couple of cars that really challenge him, like we saw in that first stage with Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe.
On a laundromat.
Oh.
Byron Chevy, the only bow tie in the first 8. 3 Toyotas right behind him, Bell, Hamlin, Reddick. Logano is the first Ford in the race in 5th with Busher.
The fuck is wrong?
Water bucket release type beat.
Blue ovals. Joey's Mustang. We're only 11 days away from the 61st birthday of the Ford Mustang. April 17th, 1964. Had a big celebration last year for the 60th and a big commemorative model 60th anniversary Mustang in showrooms.
Yeah, and you see right there the McDonald's car of
I get to
Tyler Reddick just right up against the fence. And that, at this point of the race, when you're
that
fatigued
noise scared
and
the
it's
shit
a
out of
warmer
me.
day
I only ever hear when
than you had
Dawson
to deal
does
with,
it.
as we see Ryan
Ryan
Preece coming to pit road.
What? What did I do?
So this will begin the green flag.
The
pit
EU
stops.
Ford, like when you get declared war
Larry,
on,
in
it
that
happened in my
last green
game.
flag
Like,
cycle,
I got declared war on, and I only
William
ever hear
Byron
when you
was
do.
not
They're
drawn
like,
to
it
the pit
scared the
road.
shit
One
out
of the
of me.
cars
Yeah,
pitted
no, it scared
early.
the shit
They
out of me.
broke that stage right in half. You think they do the same here
Right
and
after the
just
autumn
wait it
in
out?
Venice,
That's a
declared war
lot
on
of
me.
laps, Mike.
Wait,
Splitting it right in
the
half.
Venetian
is about 13 to
Crusade
14
against the
laps
autumn. I'm
from
getting
right now.
crusaded
Wow,
again.
that is a long time.
Well, let's go back to that. They obviously got the caution, right? Changed that strategy or helped the
I'm
strategy.
pretty
Are they
good.
out
making?
of the
I meant to. Are
equation.
they making?
That
I've
is
seen
a
that
lot
meme. Is
tougher
that a legit
decision
toy?
now.
Like, are they making toys
Long
for this
stop
one?
for
Oh
Ryan
shit! I
Preece, and
did
he
not.
finally
Oh
gets
boy.
away. Look, close to 15 seconds there. Not sure what happened.
I don't know, Kevin. I think I want to.
Darlington starts in 5 minutes. Get off the sim. Why has he been playing iRacing for 261 hours?
How good that car is against the
Over-
competition
that's-
all the
that's
way
like
through the run, not
12
only on the front
days,
side, the long
13
run as well.
days.
Well, remember, it only does that when you're
you're
in the session.
second
So
lead.
what
So
does he just
he's got a
casually have
little bit of a
up?
buffer, a little bit of
Yes,
time to
he's
get
never
those
left
guys
the
pit before
session.
him. And we saw earlier he never even had to get to pit road.
What is bro struggling
with
that
the
bad
speed
on?
and the lead
Dude's
that he
ram
has,
is
he can
dude's
wait
ram
for a
is
lot of these
crying
guys to
for
cycle through,
help.
and he's still going to have an advantage
He's
because he's going to wait longer. He's going to have fresher tires. He
He's
can
got
make
some
sure that
spare.
the caution doesn't come out and nothing crazy
Oh,
happens to
58 laps to go.
Makes that decision easier, doesn't it?
and nothing crazy happens to a race that he's dominated.
I don't know if I put it all in or
A
if I
couple other
still
news
have it.
items this week. Steve O'Donnell promoted to president of NASCAR. Steve
Shut
Phelps
up.
elevated to
Shut up.
commissioner. Now NASCAR had commissioners before, beginning with Cannonball Baker, but that position is now called the final appeals officer. This is the first time NASCAR has had a full-time commissioner in charge of strategy and development. So congratulations to both of them.
I see that, and I offer you the counter offer of Chase Elliott.
Sitting this time for you back 19. He knows you'll be all good. By 5.
I offer you the counter
Hell
offer.
yeah. Let's do it.
I offer you the
I
counter
Now
offer
you're
of
starting to see a
Austin
lot of
Dillon.
Hear the chatter
No.
on the radio. Seeing a couple of these guys starting to come to pit road now. So this
I see
strategy
that,
is
and
gonna
I
get
offer you,
scattered
we're
here.
stopping the race, letting
But
Larson
like
get
Larry said,
165
that
laps
is a
back and then
long-
starting over.
Long ways to go.
John Hunter Nemechek comes in for his green flag stop.
I see that, and I offer you the
I
device.
think that's Shane Van Gisbergen who's in as well.
Use it on William Byron's.
But not much activity among the leaders.
The
just
the
yet.
camera.
Just
the-
like we saw on that first run, one of those ones that I left off
all
that
in
list was
all,
Ryan
wow.
Blaney. Him, Busher, those guys drove to the front.
Hell yeah,
ran
Jeff
those,
Gordon.
Byron even down. Reddick,
Hi, Chris.
his teammate Wallace, those guys were really, really good in the last, say,
Oh,
10,
yeah.
12,
I was like,
13
holy
laps
shit,
of
he's
that
led
run.
every lap so far.
Yeah, and we'll see
The
what the
Bristol
lap time
ticket
is
website might be
as
the
Ryan
single
Blaney comes
worst
by this time. He had to make a
interface
pass. So
I've
the
ever
next,
seen.
The next lap will be
legitimately
a true
moves like a
judge of what
PowerPoint
that lap time
presentation.
is, but we were
It's Bristol,
seeing
baby.
2-3 of a second.
Yeah, well, I'm
faster,
trying to
just
spend
like
my
we
money
did
with their
earlier in the
racetrack, but I
race
can't get.
when
I'm
we had
taking
those super
5
long
minutes to
runs.
move
So
across the
William
seat
Byron
map
got in
because the
traffic
page
and they
takes.
couldn't get around those the lap cars. They caught him.
I'm gonna go 1-2 again. How do you guys keep letting me do this?
You're gonna beat the 24. You better.
Chris, me and my dad bought that Schedule 1 game.
But to Kevin's
Wanna
point
spike.
earlier, they've got
How do you
such a
guys
lead
keep letting
on
me
the
get away with
competition
this?
here.
Wait, what
They
game?
can kind of
Schedule
sit
1,
back a
that
little
like
bit
drug
and
dealing
watch what
co-op
these
game.
guys are doing. Have
Oh,
an educated
dude.
decision here.
Regan?
Like you see Joey Logano on the right side.
Legitimately,
of the screen, road right now. Starts the
I don't know how you
right,
guys
turns
let me
1
get
and 2. They've been
Byron in
working on that for a
bed.
couple
How
runs
did
now,
you
but
do this?
Just like many of the cars out there, it just swings too free for him. You'll see when he gets out here in a moment, there will be 4 tires.
Well, you're gonna have a 4, 5, 6 day
And when
today
these
if it
cars swing
stands.
free, there is just absolutely nothing you can do about it other than slow down.
Hey,
and
Russ
just
to the top 10,
run
let's
the pace
go.
that
Yeah.
right rear tire
Yeah.
grip will give you, because the
Yeah,
car just feels like that the right rear tire has no tread left on it.
Shut
And
up.
It just
Shut up.
immediately flips
Shut the
like
fuck
a
up.
switch.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
You'll be in the wall.
Shut
That's
up.
right.
Shut up.
You have to
I
slow
heard that
down, keep the car
for an
in the
hour and
EW
40
race,
minutes
the
yesterday
racetrack.
of an entire fucking theater
job,
of the
man.
movie.
Good run today.
Driving me
Front
nuts.
row.
This is a grafting
And
day.
Tyler Reddick.
I'm locking myself in the fucking. I'm locking myself away. I'm going to the psych ward.
Jamie?
An ender pearl.
Comes down pit road and into his box for the 7th time.
The
today.
nether.
They've been pretty happy with the car. Hasn't said a whole lot. He's been quiet today.
Did you at least appreciate the Technoblade reference?
Yes,
Please,
at least. That and Jason Momoa are the only things I liked in that movie.
Is that a game?
I like his pit sign. It's
That's a legend.
yellow.
Oh.
And it's the Michael Jordan Jumpman.
Hey,
logo.
Griffin.
Can't miss that.
Okay, Byron, we got a pit here. Let's go, buddy.
Have you ever had the cannabis strain Cadillac Rainbows?
Now we're starting to see the
Sounds
conversation.
familiar.
To put some pressure.
So I
on the
recommend it
24
highly,
car
no
and what
pun
they'll do
intended.
about it.
Riley Herbst in and out. Noah Gregson is in. Busher.
So I tried it one day on a whim because
Position
it was
for 4
like $90
tires
for a
and fuel.
half at Joyology,
Ross
but I had like
Chastain
$10 off.
Joins him on pit
And it
road.
turned out to be one of my favorite strains I've ever had.
And I still don't.
And then,
I don't think that even Busher with where
I found they have clones of it now at Unique, and
that
I'm
still
like
doesn't
this
put
close.
a lot of real pressure.
I think I might actually get a fucking plant
William
this time.
Byron. I think that.
Well, that's just his radar, right? That's
Drake
who's
was
on
saying
his
that he
radar.
downloaded
And
a
keeping
free
track of what the
game
other
that
car
was
is.
called
That 20 car, Christopher Bell on pit road
West or something
Jamie?
Royale.
Really good effort for this 20 team. They
Clash
told me they
Royale.
were tight and slow on Saturday. They made a bunch of adjustments. You see another chassis
Domino's
adjustment there.
app
They've been
featuring
doing that all
Hatsune
season.
Miku.
4 tires of fuel as well for Bell.
So stupid.
AJ Allmendinger, Ricky Stenhouse,
So
Eric
stupid.
Jones, all on pit road.
I'm just glad I have a skateboard.
Good job.
Pit sign is out for Chase Elliott.
Okay, Byron, what are we doing here, buddy? Oh no.
All scheduled green flag.
As soon as
pit
6
stops.
o'clock hits, I'm gonna go
The
get some
first
stuff to start
15
making
cars
meth.
Have yet to pit.
We're having meatloaf. Or not meat, we're having lasagna, sorry.
50 laps to go.
I fucking hate everything.
Well, he ain't gonna lead every lap. We're gonna have
Here we
like
go.
pit stops.
Leader on pit
Yep.
road.
So yeah, is Hamlin? How do you guys think the last
William
50 are
Byron
going to
comes
go?
in, brings it to the attention of his Hendrick Motorsports crew, led by Rudy Fugel.
How bad was the
Ware?
Larson one?
Just ahead of him, coming down the
Wrecked
pit lane.
himself.
And here's
He
Ricky.
He sucked.
So this is 2 years now.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Next
whoa.
Verstappen
He
was
sucks
Saban.
is a stretch.
So is this 2 years now that Kyle Larson has gone and
Yes,
throwback?
this is back-to-back years. He's had a. This is back-to-back years. He's had the best throwback on track and wrecked it both times. Both times
Oh,
by
dude.
himself.
I can buy a fucking 45.
Both times. Also, both times by himself. Ironically enough. So.
Denny Hamlin is the new leader from Ryan Blaney.
Go away,
Mike
Dennis.
Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, Max
Oh,
Verstappen-
and he's behind him.
on pit
New
road.
leader.
Verstappen
Provisionally,
blazed
Christopher
this
Bell.
morning.
Yeah, and you see right there, Christopher Bell has gone by William
Yep,
Byron.
new provisional leader,
So they
Christopher Bell.
waited just a little bit too long.
But he's
and
about to be
actually
in
have lost
horrific
his-
traffic.
what
Oh,
will be
never mind.
for the lead right there with Christopher Bell.
Chicken jockey.
So now we're going to see what William Byron has. He's going to at some point have to go by
Fuck you, Denny.
Christopher Bell to get this lead back.
I need him to finish in the top 10 so I can win money.
So Bell stopped
Hamlin's
at 242, Byron at 244.
Hi, Cole Custer.
So 2 laps more with those fresh tires gave.
Yeah, he said that a lot
Bell
during
that
his
advantage.
career.
Okay, here comes Hamlin and Blaney both.
So the 2 leaders, Hamlin and Blaney, peel off. That leaves Suarez, Wallace, and Haley.
And guess who stays 1-2 after pit stops? Me again. How do you guys keep letting me do this? You guys got to stop letting me do this.
All right.
You guys are, I mean, I'm just spoiled at this point, dude.
Highlife Incorporated has their first employee going to the sweatshop.
Yay, the 5-car is absolly dog water. Yay, we just went 160. Hey, we gained a lap back. Yay! 164.
I have a serious question. So it says he's 164 laps down. Is that correct?
Yes, he is, that is correct. He wrecked on lap 4.
So my question is, when it comes to being down that far, what is the? I mean, obviously you want to finish the race.
So
Still,
he can pass one car, and last year he lost the regular season championship by 1 point.
Oh my god!
They're trying to maximize points.
That okay, understandable.
And the 24
Yeah, because
car of
essentially, if
William
he
Byron. So this is all
finishes
about
and then
the-
3
this is all
more
about the
cars don't
timing
finish,
of
then
when they
that
come to
okay,
pit
I get
road
it
and
now.
how many
My
laps
bad.
that you and time that you lose on the racetrack. So these guys have put William Byron in a position that he hasn't been in all day, and that's to run in traffic and have to get by both of these cars for the lead.
for like the next 10 seconds until you pit. Congrats.
Byron before pit stops
Oh.
in 4th place. Now he's out front.
Larry, it had to have been a slower stop for the 24 car. He gave up a lot of track position and only gave up 2 laps. He had a lot to be able to ride in his back pocket for insurance that you see the 20 car ahead of him.
Yeah, the 24 car was a 10.4. The 20 car was a 10.02, and just to throw in, Reddick was the slowest of the 3 at a 10.7. The big difference, part of it could be getting on and off pit road, but the big difference is the number of laps that they pitted earlier.
So Reddick, he's spotted him 4 laps, right? He's pitted 4 laps before they did, 2 laps on Buscher to Byron.
Correct.
So Justin Haley just completes his pit stop. That leaves only Austin Dillon on the racetrack in 6th place. Everyone else has made the green flag stop. 43 laps to go. New leader Reddick. Over Logano and Bell.
Oh, it's on. Hell yeah, this is good. That's very good.
Hey AJ, hey Bubba, can you guys go get up in the top 10? I could really use $230.
Oh, bruh. Thank you, the gambler. You got to know when to hold.
Listen, as long as if 2 or 3 of them are in the top 10, that's fine. Listen, I can't lose. I can't lose.
I can't lose.
Look at him. That's what I thought. I gambled.
Yeah, DJ, I don't want to be that guy, but we can't understand you. DJ, when you talk into your mic like that, I don't know what you're saying.
He's a gambler. He understands me.
Hell yeah. Frankie Muniz is 6th from the truck standing.
Is he actually? No, he's not.
I was reading a different number. I'm sorry, he's 23rd. I'm sorry.
Oh. That's a pretty big difference. That's a pretty big difference, yeah.
I almost shit my pants there.
Dude. Apparently Ryan Sieg is 9th in Xfinity points. I didn't even know he was having that good a year. With his best track coming up in a couple races.
My bad. Never mind.
Oh.
You can be no.
.38 laps to go, and the game has changed. Tyler Reddick now leads Christopher Bell by 6 seconds, and William Byron is 3rd. Byron stopped 4 laps later than Reddick. He had a substantial lead, but when the pit cycle was complete, Byron finds himself in 3rd place right now, after leading 243 laps from the drop of the green flag.
Well, the king of the day has been track position, and they knew that, just like what Larry said, you've got to do something different than that 24, and they were able to have the 24 stay out on the racetrack, and through that whole cycle lost enough time to be able to give themselves a lead. And now William Byron, and we've seen him struggle in the lap traffic as he's gone through the day, as he's caught the back of the pack, has to race in traffic now, and that's not something that he's done all day, so he has really no idea of how his car handles or what needs to happen. But I think, as Clint said, the later part of this run is really where we're going to see this probably all take place, when we've seen the 20 car fall off more than the 24. But who knows, what does a 24 car do in traffic?
Well, obviously 53 laps is a tall order for Reddick leading that race. What he does have is a clean air all the way through in his track position. He's able to save his stuff, stay out there, and the other thing he has is a massive lead.
Larry, we started with 10 sets of tires plus the qualifying scuffs. If we get more cautions, do we have tires?
We do, Mike. It looks like about everybody up front still should, at minimum, have 2 more sets of sticker tires left.
Okay.
The way that they were using them all up at the beginning of the race, I was worried that we were going to make it to the end, but
I was worried if we were going to make the end of stage 1.
Yeah, we were firing tires on those cars like they were going out of style. Yep. So this race is 100 miles shorter than the Southern 500. So that definitely makes the math a little easier to add up to. Larry?
Speaking of math, Larry, what do the trends tell us?
Yeah, Mike, we normally, since we've been running this Gen 7 car here at Darlington, which is 6 races the last 3 years, we normally don't get that late race caution. Right now, the trends show in those 6 races about 26 or 27 laps to go. We're about there, but we did 2 years ago when William Bowen won the race, May of 23.
William
Bowen.
Bowen.
Overtime finishing that race.
William Bowen.
Oh my God, this William Bowen.
I was wrecked, and I think I finished 2nd or 3rd. So that's how fast things can change, and we've seen things change all day. As now we see William Byron.
And look at him get loose underneath Bell. That's what we're talking about. You have to be careful. Try to get this pass made and conserve that tire. You're going to need it as you're running down the eventual, not the eventual leader, the leader, Tyler Reddick.
They're not running him down at all.
Mind, Ryan Blaney has turned the wick up. That's a long run car. We've seen every run today. And Blaney back there in 7th. I don't think he'll be back there very long. But here's the battle for 2nd place. William Byron trying to get back to the front. Hasn't had to pass a competitive car today. He's had to lap cars, but...
Well, and you see right there, that's Tyler Reddick's teammate. And Tyler Reddick wants to see as much happen as possible for that 24 car to get as far behind as possible. And the 23 of Bubba Wallace putting himself in front of that car doesn't hurt anything that Tyler Reddick is trying to accomplish.
Bubba is 1 lap down. And here's Blaney running in 7th, chasing Denny Hamlin. This is the battle for 6th place.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Chris Buescher, Joey Logano, not that far ahead.
Clear, all clear.
I'm still amazed, like you, Clint, that 12 car is still running as good as it did after it bounced off the wall several times in turn 2 with the right rear and the right front, not really seeming to have much effect on the way that car has performed today.
Yeah, and I really thought more than likely that was a totally clean for sure. He smacked it pretty hard, not only with a right rear, turned it in, and turned the right front into it, and then slapped the right rear again 2 or 3 times. But obviously didn't slow that baby down. That thing's
You made Michigan work.
Saw him have a little bit of trouble on pit road there with the jack.
Against the same man, by the way.
They got far behind. So if it wasn't for that little miscue on pit
You had
road,
to do it
I think
against
that
the
they
same
would have
man.
been right up in the mix up towards the front.
Still, believe it or not, chasing his first top 5 at this place.
Blaney moves to 6th place. Tyler Reddick, who's led more laps at Darlington than any other track, has the lead with 28 to go as we go box side by side.
You know who the stat just came in my head, but similar to Larson's spring stat here at Darlington, do you know how the similar record stat at Michigan? I can't finish the race. Christopher Bell. Recon 22 across, Recon 22 hit the wall going across Juarez. I don't know why, I just have this in my head. But... what? Okay, I just watched the quarter get in the wall. Wait for this race thing because I want to race.
7/10 the bell right there. Yeah, but the problem is there's 6 seconds back. It's not going to matter.
.24 laps to go. Tyler Reddick leading Christopher Bell by 5 seconds now.
What we got here? Very boring. Byron all day just
fourth,
for
Blaney
Tyler
fifth.
Reddick of all
Blaney
people.
has advanced to 5th place, as we talked about. Great long run speed on that number 12. And if his trend over the last 5 laps continues, he may catch Tyler Reddick before this is over.
Well, it's all going to be in how bad does Tyler Reddick's
somebody make
car
a stupid
tank,
move and the field
he's not being
die.
able to make any ground in traffic right now, and that's what we saw happen to William Byron earlier when he lost that 3 or 4 second lead. So
I don't think it's a tire fall off that I'm concerned about with Reddick as much as these lap cars.
Well, look at what's happening right here.
Challenge him.
Joey Logano was in for tires at lap 238, well before Blaney and Hamlin, and he's going to fall to both of them. This is going to be a matter of who got tires last, who has the best tires, and for how long.
And a lot of it's going to come down to, can you get through traffic? That's what it's going to come down to, Tyler Reddick.
Traffic, 100%. I think it's traffic more than anything.
Blaney and Hamlin have 7 lap fresher tires than Reddick, 5 lap fresher tires than Bell, and 3 lap fresher tires than Byron with 21 laps to go.
Oh, who's that fucking
And
joker
next Sunday,
in first place?
we go to the last great Coliseum. It's Cup Series racing at Bristol Motor Speedway. Pre-race 1:30 Eastern Green.
When did you get your first one last year?
Right here on FS1.
Oh yeah. This wasn't so early in the year.
If we race, can we do Xfinity
Bristol, then
cars?
the Easter break, then Talladega on Fox, and then
fine.
Texas.
Talladega. My beloved.
And Tyler Reddick right there, you see him behind Brad Keselowski, who's
We actually, me, Hunter, and
laps
DJ
down.
did a play track.
So he's
race.
definitely stuck in a spot where
About
traffic
the
is
other
affecting
day, and
everything that he does. Jamie?
It was pretty
Wasn't
good.
too bad,
It's
but
actually-
the mods are still a little.
So on super speedways, we just gotta really crank the bots up. So they're actually like.
Of course, Tyler Reddick looking for a little redemption, Mike, after the race he had
you
about a
start?
year ago where he came out so close to winning.
Well, that's for sure. Well, that last lap, Ryan Blaney was 0.6 of a second faster than Reddick. It's just a matter of, does he have enough time, and can he get through the cars ahead of him?
Well, Reddick is stuck. He's going to run the pace that Brad
Bell and Byron
Keselowski is
might
running.
be
So the
not
thing that he's hoping for right now is that Brad doesn't
Oh,
catch
great.
a car
It's the
that's
crybaby in the
slower than him
12.
and gets
Great.
stuck behind
Even
him.
better.
Well, he's stuck, and then you go back, and Bell is stuck underneath trying to get around Stenhouse with Byron coming up on him. They're kind of stuck. You just heard Mike tell you how fast Blaney is. He doesn't have anybody in
He
front
lost
of him.
time
Got a lot of
again.
clean
It's
air on the
over
nose of
without a
that car.
caution.
I think he'll have a little bit more trouble, and speeds will probably slow down as he approaches them as well.
Well,
It's going to come down with 18 laps to go. I'm thinking this window is about 10 laps to go is when these cars are really going to start. The handling differential is coming, and the lap times will come after that.
And the big thing that Ryan Blaney has had is he's been able to dive that car down to the bottom of the racetrack and be able to finish passes. And you see right now, Reddick he's got that high entry into one. That's a little bit different than Brad.
Lost 3 more tenths.
His,
Yeah, it's
his
over.
line is
It's
against
over
the
without a
wall. He
caution.
can't really
Of course,
run
this
anywhere
car is
else
so
and make up
bad,
time.
man.
The biggest problem he
You're
has right
stuck
now
behind
is those
somebody,
cars in
you're
front of Brad
stuck.
Keselowski because they're at a slower pace. Brad has caught these guys, so now it's going to jam him up even slower.
Blaney has made up 11 of the 17 seconds he was behind Reddick at the conclusion of his pit stop.
Look how much better it rolls the center of that corner than William Byron in front of him. Williams in trouble, tight in the center. Blaney's not. Roll in the middle, well, car's free.
And this is what he wanted to have happen right there. You see William Byron make a bobble.
Cool, I can now go buy
and he was
both
able to make that pass
seeds
really quick. And he's going to make
in
quick
person
work
from
of
my
Christopher
dealer.
Bell again
Nice.
down on the
For
bottom
supplier.
in 3 and 4 as well.
That is the key point to this. When you catch them, get by them, use the momentum. Do not stall out.
And that's what he's going to do right here. He can still win this race.
And look at that number. Keeps getting smaller between Blaney and the race leader.
He passed both of those cars in 1 lap. That's hard to do. Didn't slow him down a bit either.
Ryan Blaney looking for his first ever top 5 finish at Darlington. He's led a lot of laps here. He's had a fast car here. Maybe today is the day.
And let me tell you one more. That was the fastest car on the long runs that we've seen today. Those last 10, 15 laps of runs, he was the best.
Here we go, Clint. Brad Keselowski got out of the way of
fucking
Tyler
leave work,
Reddick, so
buddy.
that's going to give him some
Bitching
cleaner
to me
air
and
to
try to
go up
reply to an
and
email.
chase down Shane Van Gisbergen right in front of him. So
another second.
That'll be the next car, the next lap car that he comes and approaches. So Brad did him a favor right there and got out of the way.
Holy shit! When did I didn't know Bell passed both of them
3/4 of
already.
a second slower.
Or Blaney passed
Blaney.
both of them.
Dad, I can officially start making meth.
Help with this 6.
Yeah, Blaney's got fast tires. The problem is he's got a heap of lap traffic to get.
Race is on, 14 to go.
Yeah, and it's going to be
Make a mess.
We're inside
Or
of
did we
4
make a
seconds
mess?
now.
Drake, I'm in
This is
BTA, by
exactly
the
what
way.
we talked about. Pitting early. You got the car
A lot
that's
of
been
BBTFNs in
one
here.
of the best cars on the long run all day. And the only car that's been able to maneuver in traffic really well has been Ryan Blaney. So that's been the benefit that he has had all day, is being able to get through traffic.
So now Ryan Preece is in front of the leader, Tyler Reddick. Preece is in a Ford. He's not going to be a friend to Reddick. But Reddick finds his way by.
Reddick's done a good job of getting
There's
cars
the
in
man.
between him and that second place car.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
MJ,
Blaney's going to get there. Blaney's going to get there.
Gained 6/10 on the
And right
lap.
now, he lost another 0.6 of a second on that last lap.
I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think it's gonna. Blaney is
so
on.
much better at
He
being
is
able to get through
flying.
traffic
Blaney
with
is
the way that
flying.
his car is handling it. And this move right here, when he's able to dive down to the bottom of the racetrack and finish these passes.
I mean, he is
that
flying
all the
through
way
3
around
and
the
4.
corner.
I mean, he's
able to just
rolling the
make
center.
quick work of those lap cars.
See how much he gained right
11
there.
laps to go. Ryan
Only
Blaney
a
with paint
tenth.
scheme honoring his dad's 1 Busch Grand National Series win. Trying to get it to victory lane, and Tyler Reddick trying to hold on and capture this win for Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin and company.
Inside of 3 seconds. Going to need some help with these 3 cars. Getting them put away as fast as he possibly can.
Yeah, and right now, Tyler Reddick is just...
That's what you don't want to see, is 2 cars in front of you side by side. They got it sorted out before they went in the corner.
Tyler Reddick, his main goal right now is not to make the half a second
Blow
mistake.
up.
That's a big costly... That
like
Priest
I don't
didn't
know
get out of his
nobody.
way. It cost him a lot of time right there, Blaney.
I'm not sure that'll be a logjam. I think it's going to be Blaney trying to get by Reddick's teammate there, Bubba Wallace.
Great point there, too. That one won't be easy to pass.
Oh, he's not going to be able to stop the run right here.
10 to go.
Yeah, I think Blaney's car is so much faster than...
He's let that Mustang run now. We're coming off of turn 4 and going to the whip, baby. Look at him driving that thing loose into the corner.
I think he's gonna get there with like, if he makes it past,
It's gonna be
Don't
close.
make the big
he's
mistake
gonna
right
get
now,
to about
Tyler.
5.
You don't want to get that car hung up on the wall just like that.
Oh, right to the wall.
We got the fence.
It did grab the right front tire.
I think Michael Jordan heard
Hey,
it on the
Griffin.
radio. I'd say his communication he saw right there was frustrating. Now,
Blaney got around him.
Oh my God.
8 laps to go. 2.1.
Tyler Reddick has caught that 88 car to a point where it's affecting him in his line, and he's not able to close that gap like he needs to.
Bubba Wallace did not impede Ryan
How
Blaney,
much
but
are you
now
willing to
it's
do
on.
if you're Ryan Blaney?
First and second.
there's time, too.
Funny.
7 to go.
Does Blaney do what Reddick did last year? Fence both cars.
Blaney's had the best long run speed today.
If
Reddick
Denny
is
Hamlin
second
wins
in
because
that
Blaney wrecks
department,
himself
and
and Reddick, I'm
Reddick has been the
crashing
best
out.
defender today, statistics show.
1.6.
7 to go, 1.6 seconds. The gap.
didn't catch him much that last lap right there. Reddick put together a
Caught him by half a second. What?
Got it behind
What is
him.
Clint talking about? What is Clint talking
Drive
about?
this racetrack.
Well,
Oh yeah, he's gonna be there in the next 3 laps.
What you have.
It was better, Clint, but he still lost a half a
I don't
second.
think there's anything
he's
he
going
can
to
do.
lose.
I don't know if there's anything he can do. But Blaney is calling the mail.
He's there, and he's going to go right by when he gets there. I have a feeling.
You're gonna have to set him up though. It's a timing thing. Make sure you catch him.
All right, here we go. 5 car lanes. 3 car lanes. He's gonna get him with 5 to go. He's gonna get him right here.
He was run where he made all the passes in 3.
Oh, big bobble though. He bobbled. Blaney bobbled bad.
It don't matter. He's gonna have him. He's
was
still gonna
almost
be
to
there.
the apron. How low can you go?
Gonna get the fence again.
It looked like he touched the wall again off of turn 4.
Slowed him down.
5 to go.
He's here, folks. 5
Stop showing Michael Jordan. Do not show Michael Jordan.
Got loose.
Reddick covers the bottom.
There's a good block.
Oh.
That's that timing thing. Caught him in a position over there, getting into 2 that he couldn't.
To the bottom.
Now Reddick to the top. Blaney to the bottom.
Great corner by Reddick.
Can't grab his quarter.
Got that
Can't
big
get
run off the
off
top, but Blaney is right there.
Can't complete that corner off of 4.
4 laps to go.
Come on, Reddick.
To the bottom again.
Earlier, the timing of all this, but
He's gonna get him right here.
You can see that.
It's over.
Oh, made the pass.
Yeah, all game. And Reddick's in the wall.
And around goes Larson.
It was Reddick. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You knew we couldn't go the last 30 laps of Darlington without you heard our name. Come on now. Yeah, baby.
Same spot, bro.
But it's just his.
Same
It's
spot,
filled
same
again.
rack.
Just put it on the truck, brother. Come on.
Same car, same corner.
Same spot.
This
same
has been
rack.
a race from hell, bro. Oh my
And now it comes
god.
down to just an absolute
Well,
shootout on these
Seth, we
restarts.
just bought you a second life. Congratulations.
You don't have the tires.
I think I killed it. Sorry, guys.
What?
You got to think?
Sorry about, man. We got a lot to fight for here. Green light checker
Blew his
coming
engine.
up. Oh, I knocked the right front of it off. I smoked the wall in turn 2.
He knocked the right front out. Yeah, it's over.
Oh, well,
See, he's going to slide up and hit the wall. And it's going to be right.
Oh, yeah. That was, yeah. Oh,
Checked up. Bubba.
yeah.
Got in the
Bubba
back
just
of
put
it.
us out of our misery. It's
Well,
fine.
Larry,
The coup de
I'd
grace.
say
Yeah, that's about a fitting in for Larson. That's about what I expected. That's about what I expected.
I tell you, this is the
Oh,
pressure.
boy.
This is why these guys make the big bucks in these pit crews.
Kyle Larson's
Classic.
taking his car to the
Gotta love
garage. End of his
Yeah,
job.
man. We should have done that a while ago. That's a little bit
Griffin
too
and
late.
Drake, I was gonna buy a nightclub the other day in
to win the
GTA,
battle off pit road.
and
That's the advantage right
it was
there.
regular price, but
Well, he'll be
I was
coming
like,
in
yeah,
from
fuck it, I'll
fourth.
wait a few days. Well, I'm glad I
Behind
did because
Blaney,
they're 30%
Reddick, and
off.
Hamlin, and suddenly it's a whole
Nice.
new
Got
race,
so lucky.
and it's going to be green white
I
checker.
did.
Man, there has been absolutely no flow to this race.
No.
We've had long runs, we've had short runs, we've had tires thrown at the cars. Now we're gonna have an overtime finish to decide this race.
Did
that has
Bubba
been
just
absolutely
wreck us to
dominated
give
by
Reddick a shot in the race? Are we kidding ourselves? Did that happen?
The best car on the long run.
Can we park him for that?
Could you
It looked like they checked up because Reddick got into the wall, and then Bubba just got
I would
into the
love
back
to
of
see a replay.
in 2 seconds? What?
I mean, that dude should be parked next week too if he did that. That's race manipulation. They parked people in the past.
Statistically, today, they rank 35th.
I mean, not like I care because we weren't on the lead. We were a gajillion laps down, so I really. I mean, our car was dog water anyway. I don't care. Our car was awful, so I don't really care.
I think a lot
But
of
I
those
just
spots came on the one stop where they couldn't get the jack under the car, but still that's happened today, and now there's a lot of pressure on every one of these pit crews on
I had
pit
a
road.
nickel
So
every
this
time
is
Larson
what
and
it's gonna
Bubba
come
got
down to.
into
Pit
it.
road and a
and one
restart.
of them got wrecked. I'd have two
to narrow
nickels.
this up as much as
gentlemen, I don't want to be that guy, but if everybody comes and get tires, there's a decent chance William Byron finds a way to win this race now.
We still have
I was
20
kind of
cars on the
thinking
lead
that-
lap, and Bubba
Either him
Wallace will get the
or
free pass.
Denny ships it in
Reddick
3
is
wide and
all
one
over
and
the
wrecks
place.
all of them. Oh my!
Now, Jamie,
Blaney, one of
Oh!
them. Remember, this team hasn't finished in the
Y'all
top
are gonna
10
need, like,
in
the
5
That dude's gonna
consecutive
try to
races.
turn into his
Oh
back.
my!
and Reddick's
Reddick's
gonna-
hitting him.
Bring it down.
Reddick's hitting him. No, he's a lap
Tires
down.
get that crew, get their focus right. They had that.
All right, Willie B, take two. Take two.
4 tires here, Tyler.
All right, Chase Elliott, take no tires. Here we go, baby.
4 tires. They'll just take a.
Give me a Cody Ware 0 tire stop here, boys.
It sounds like it is, and we'll go up to Regan.
Denny Hamlin in the 11 car on the radio as soon as
I would really love to see another. Reddick beat him off pit road. The 45 beat him off pit road. Wait for the 24. Go. Hamlin, are you kidding me? I'm over it. I hate NASCAR. This sport is so bad.
No way. This whole race.
Willie, I'm gonna need you to throw it in there and wreck both of those race cars. I don't even care if it wrecks your own. I really could care less.
Dennis motherfucking Hamlin.
Yep, I need Byron to throw it in there 3 wide and wreck all those cars. I don't care.
Told y'all he was the GOAT.
Shut your ass up.
It's my fantasy driver, man.
Money stop. Business picks up.
I know, I'm kind of a big deal.
Slinging that jack.
Hey, proof's in the pudding. It was on display. We covered it, and boom. That's exactly what just won off pit road.
Proof is in the pudding.
Now, did I have John Hunter Nemechek in 30th? That's what we like to see.
If I'm him, I cannot
That's what we like to see.
Dude, I got 2 cars in the top 3 right now.
Oh, Barry in 36, even better. I got Burks is also 34. All 3 of my guys are wrecked out. All 3 of them.
I just want to say, Gibbs 6, Suarez 10.
And I would agree. I mean, it's a narrow corner. It's like a funnel. It shoves you down in there, and the next thing you know, you pop out.
Why is Chase Elliott here?
They are
Go
gonna
away.
finish under green.
Go away, Chase Elliott. Why are you here? Kyle Busch. What is he doing here?
Yeah! Fantasy driver.
All right, I need Ross and Bubba to stay in the top 10 to be great.
Dead. If I had a nickel for every time we wrecked off turn 2 at Darlington using the throwback scheme, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. I can't help but laugh. Like, usually I'm mad with Larson Rex, I can't help but laugh.
Goodbye, Larson.
I just can't help but laugh, man.
Hey, at least you still got a sweet fire suit, Dawson.
William Byron won
Larson fire suit.
2 stages in the first 243 laps. And then Ryan Blaney takes the lead from Tyler Reddick.
Oh, we got driven through.
Again.
I would like to see Larson's on board to see if he was lifting for the 45, because that looks like the 23 just drove through it.
Here's the race-off pit road.
I can't wait till Bubba Wallace destroys our race car just to get a Toyota to win. It's going to be hilarious.
With Christopher Bell, they are the players.
All right, Willie, I haven't asked for much. I need you to throw both of these stupid Toyotas in the fence, please.
Who can get themselves
or Blaney, either one. I don't really care. I just need somebody to do it.
This shit sure as shit ain't finishing under green, dude. There's
Bottom,
no way.
Byron. Oh, no, he took the top. No, race it. All right, I need Blaney to go 3 wide and ship every one of those cars in the fence. It's time. It's time. Chase Elliott win from 6th. Here we go. Kyle Busch went from 8th. There we go. Ty Gibbs.
We saw Christopher Bell fire off really well on the last restart.
The top 10. Ty Dillon. What is Ty Dillon doing here? Why are all the Trackhouse cars in the top 20? What is going on? Let's go.
Starting right now on FS2.
Why are we having a Trackhouse renaissance? Why is Chase Briscoe running behind John Hunter Nemechek?
Today.
Where's Suarez at?
Hamlin is 8th, Reddick 3rd, Blaney 12th.
DJ, y'all are dog water.
I'm gonna say
worst Toyota. Terrible.
I'm gonna say huge wreck between Hamlin and Reddick, and Ross Chastain drives through it for the win.
400 miles
I'll
of
take that.
racing, and it all comes down to these last 2 laps. Everybody here is on their feet.
Oh, I don't even care if Byron loses because of this. I just need Blaney to throw these Toyotas in the wall. I don't care. I don't care about the consequences.
And I don't know who
Just
I'm nervous
Blaney's got to do something here, right? You feel like he's got to be desperate enough that he's willing to do like something ridiculous, right? If he gets a good enough start, he's throwing it in on the bottom 3 wide, right? Like,
Green, white checker to settle the Goodyear 400.
nope, never mind. Reddick didn't go.
You see a great restart.
Reddick didn't go. All right, Willie, go Willie, Willie B, go Willie B. Get out of the way, Burger Man.
Is this 1 lap or 2?
Move, Burger Man.
PWC green white checker.
Move, Burger Man.
Back to fifth.
Oh, jeez. Well, and they just gave Hamlin the win.
Bell had a look, couldn't do it.
Yeah, they just gave Hamlin the win, bro. Are you kidding me?
But Denny Hamlin is long.
What a joke. What a joke. What a hack. Oh, he backed into that one. A hack. This is a joke of a sport, by the way. 250 laps led. He's going to finish second to a dude that led 3.
I had a nickel for every time Dawson said words like
This
that.
sport is so stupid. This guy is so
For a
stupid.
year.
I'm sure he's going to pull out that stupid little crybaby flag he has, too, 11 against the world. What a loser, bro. Beta cuck loser. Fuck you, Denny Hamlin. What a joke. What a joke. Oh, but I'm sure he'll get out and say you earned the whole win instead of backing into it. Loser. Beta. I hate this dude, man.
Thank you guys.
How many wins this dude been gifted in his career, dude? At least 2 of his Daytona 500s.
I give E9.
11 versus the world. And he beat the world.
Forever remember the time he burned out while Ryan Newman was like half dead in his race car. Hate this dude.
You did it again.
That's what he just said.
Well,
Oh yeah, fist pump, you loser. God, I didn't do anything to earn it all day. Give me a break.
Well, he just
Give me a break. Somebody go beat him up or something, dude. Give me a break.
Damn. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, Drake. I'm gonna hop in the other chat.
Keep him pulled back. He was able to clear both of those guys, and then second, third, and fourth just started racing, and he just drove
Jokes
off.
about people backing into wins and backs into more than anybody in the sport. It's unbelievable. Still won't win the title either.
Hey, Seth, thanks for the stream, man, and I will talk to you guys later on.
Martinsville, Darlington, Bristol, all in Hamlin's wheelhouse.
All with another new crew chief.
And he is now 11th on the all-time win list, breaking
One
the tie
good
with
pit
Rusty
stop
Wallace.
wins you the
And
race.
for the 3rd time in his career, and the
Yeah,
first
because of
time
the
in 15
Toyotas behind
years,
him.
he wins
And the Toyota that decided to wreck the 5 to help the Toyotas get a victory, too. Ironic, it's from Denny Hamlin's team. Funny how that works. They going to do anything about it? Of course not.
So who's
What a joke.
Oh, Carl was going to go down there and help him, wasn't he?
Well, I hope Carl's still here. I want to see him do the back.
Oh, celebrate it up. You led 5 laps today. Give me a break, man.
Carl Edwards, number 99 Office Depot car back in the day. And a heartbreaker for William Byron, who had nothing but clean air in front of his windshield most of the day, and by far led the most laps, 243 of them.
Yeah, these tires right here on the back of this car won't make it as far as they did at Martinsville.
How many total laps do they do? 300?
He's going to give it a try.
That dude led 248 laps and lost. That would suck.
That's the joy of racing.
Yep, that would
Blaney
fucking
did
suck.
edge Chris Buescher for 6th at the line. Chastain, Elliott, Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch, the top 10.
Well,
Top 5 day.
Here is the final restart.
Yeah, and you see Denny Hamlin roll into the restart zone right here. He just gets a great launch.
What a joke. Denny's car wrecks Larson's car.
45
Destroys
just
it.
doesn't
So
get
can't even
going
use
good.
it again this
Once he was
season, and
able to
then
break
his
that
team
side
owner
track
wins.
and
That's
let those
crazy.
guys behind him side by side, and they never really
Let alone the
cleared each other.
Toyotas goofing around back here for second.
Yeah, stalls them out. He drives off into the sunset. Back to victory lane, back to back.
It's Hamlin's 5th Darlington win.
Oh, please get out that dumb flag again. Oh, stop showing me Michael Jordan. I don't care. Get him off the screen. I don't care. I'm watching racing, not Michael Jordan.
No, not at all.
They showed him more than half the cars in the field. Get him off the screen. Stop showing him every week.
Win for that organization.
We get it. He owns a team with Denny Hamlin. We get it.
5th win this year.
We've gotten it for 3 years, 4 years, however long it's been.
11th win at Darlington for Coach as he debriefs with Christopher Bell, the 3rd place finisher.
Well, think about this. The beginning of the race, we were talking about.
Can't get out of his own way. God forbid he's in front of a camera every week. He said he was going to stop coming, but God forbid he gets in front of a camera. Joker, dude. Sorry you're not relevant because of the Hornets anymore, big dog.
Shares a laugh with.
Sorry your basketball team is trash.
Jordan?
Sorry your basketball team you own is trash. And nobody would care about you. Boo! Get him off my screen too.
Yeah,
Pull out that stupid flag again.
Booing the fuck out of him.
Because nobody likes him. Nobody likes him at all.
Fuck you. People like me, Dawson.
No, they
Dick.
don't. Nobody likes Denny Hamlin.
career victory, breaking a tie for 11th.
Man, he hasn't earned 30 of them. That's crazy.
But I got to ask you about that final pit stop. A week ago, you dominate the race. This week, your pit crew gets you out first. Was there ever a doubt in your mind after they did that you were going to win this?
I mean, there's two people I really love right now, my pit crew and Kyle Larson. So.
Oh, shut up!
But, man, the pit crew just did an amazing job.
I want Larson to go down there and drop kick him in the face. I'm literally throwing stuff. I hate this dude. I hate this dude. Stop laughing. You guys can stop laughing too.
This is a Carl Edwards throwback.
You should say you love your driver, loser, because he wrecked us on purpose to get you a chance to win.
Denny Hamlin wins in Darlington.
It's not poetic. This guy's a beta loser, and he always will be. One more championship than you loser.
And the caution comes out. What goes through your mind at that point?
You should thank your own team car for wrecking somebody. They're not going to do anything about it.
I thought we had the race won. And
stop laughing. Everybody stop laughing in here. It's not funny.
I have to watch the replay.
I think it's hilarious.
It's not at all. It's not in the slightest.
Into Dawson's radio.
It's not funny in the slightest. It never has been.
Enough time to get down, run down.
Which is all Denny is, by the way, is a has-been who still has no championships and won't. He'll retire without one.
Boy, Menards, Ford Mustang, just really fast and never really got.
Congrats to him for getting a low blow in after we got wrecked by his car. Appreciate that.
I feel like nothing ever really went our way. Like pit road.
What a joke. What a joke.
And caution coming out during the cycle and set us way back. So like, I feel like we just kept making up spots. But really proud of the 12 folks for giving me a fast car. It just wasn't meant to be. I really wanted and would have liked to have won here. That would have been really, really neat. But
I don't even know where Todd finished.
You're a good fantasy day. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, look at Bubba wrecking us to get his teammate and his car owner a chance to win, dude. What a joke.
All right, Ryan Blaney and the 12 team gets their
what a
first
joke.
top 10 in the last 6 weeks, Mike.
Sport's a joke. Denny Hamlin's a joke. Same old every single week. And yet here I am again.
At Darlington today. Turning point for Denny.
If he wins next week, I'm throwing something in his car. I'm just telling you guys that right now. I don't care.
That was the turning point because Hamlin was 19th when the green flag cycle started.
Permaband.
Don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I could care less.
Well, and his pit crew executed a great pit stop.
Yeah, I'm crashing out because this dude. Oh, dude, you Kyle Larson. Shut up.
Put himself in position, but that's what these races.
That's the only reason I was laughing.
That was
mid crash out, he talks shit that's just gonna get on your nerves even more. I was like, no way did he just say that.
Ryan Blaney said to Michael Jordan after the race, "Hey, if your boy didn't spin out Larson." Yep, thank you. At least Ryan Blaney knows.
243 laps. We started wondering if maybe you would have a perfect race, but of course the pit cycles, green flags. What do you take away from a day like this? You don't end up in victory lane
because he should have won the race, but this car is terrible, and a 2311 car wrecked somebody to get them a chance to win, and then they goofed around for second place.
Like that, it was looking like it was going to be a perfect.
As always, dude.
We were going to lead.
Let's hand it to Toyota on a silver platter again.
You know, those guys just could be aggressive on the other side of the green flag cycle, and we lost control there. And once we lost control, it was too late in the going to kind of get back up there. So, yeah, it sucks. I'm sure it'll sting a lot tonight, but there's still a lot of positives. It just it stings in the moment for sure.
William Byron brings it home second today.
Boy, he sure dominated the first 2/3 of
he looks fucking pissed.
As Jeff Gordon.
He should be. They all should be.
Consolation, but boy, Ryan Blaney all day
I am
long,
again.
Longer runs. That car was a rocket to the front.
Well, it was, and he said it in his interview. That's what a frustrating race, Kevin. You telling me Darlington's frustrating? Nobody more frustrated than him. It was like he would take 7 steps forward, 10 back.
Yeah.
7 steps forward, 10 back, and did it like 4 different times throughout the race.
And he said it after the race. They got to fix pit road, and you know they stubbed their toe with the jack on the long run, and then there at the end didn't execute when they came in with the lead. So definitely have to clean that part up. As you see right here with Denny Hamlin, when you have pit road going right, it wins you races, and that's what happened again today.
You have to be in position.
That's
right. This guy probably wasn't the fastest car. Didn't even seem to that pit road.
Nope, because he typically isn't. He typically isn't. He's typically second or third or fourth best.
And
always in the cuck chair, Denny Hamlin.
Nearly got lapped
his whole career.
Stage of this race. Denny Hamlin.
Cuck chair Denny Hamlin. Hope he had fun with this one, though. Again.
Next weekend from Bristol, practice and qualifying, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday on Prime. Sunday, right here on FS1, it's NASCAR Race Day at 1:30 Eastern Time. followed by the NASCAR Cup Series race, 3 p.m. Eastern Sunday. That's also right here on FS1. Denny Hamlin, the winner for Joe Gibbs and Toyota.
Fucking joke.
Led the most laps, finished second for Rick Hendrick and Chevrolet. So long from Darlington County.
All right, well, we're done for the week.
On to what, Bristol?
On to Bristol.
Yeah, or I'm gonna pelt that stupid FedEx 11 car with as much as I can find.
Are we doing a race or what's going on?
No, y'all can have fun. I'm not.
Just take a bunch of
ruin my entire mood for the day. So no, I'm good.
Take a bunch of grapes with you. Just keep hitting him with grapes. What the fuck, man? That's like the 30th lap. I've been hit by a fucking grape. What's going on?
Water bottles, cans, whatever we can find. I'm sure more people at Bristol will do it too, because I want it to look like Jeff Gordon at Talladega that one time, where they just pelted him all the way around the track.
Bristol, the cucumbers.
I don't care what it is. Throw something at him, not at his car, at him when he gets out.
Hey, you gotta get a dildo with the suction cup so it sticks to his windshield.
Audacity to get out of his car. Oh, look, Kyle Larson, shut up.
Thank all of our fans for your support.
Yeah,
That's
great.
a crazy statement. It's just a
It's the same thing he always does, dude. But ooh, and he's not on top. Oh no talking from Denny. Loser, total loser. Always has been.
Oh, he says
Can't wait till the day I get to watch NASCAR and he's not in the sport anymore. I cannot wait for the day I get to watch the sport without him. Oh yeah, y'all keep laughing. Fuck all of you guys. Fuck you guys.
Why? Not.
Keep laughing. No, keep laughing, please, please, please keep laughing.
I am.
Christ.
Now the real question is, do you need a hug?
No, I don't.
Sounds like it.
No,
Good, solid, firm handshake.
Nope, don't need that either.
Nice crisp dap up, like Larry.
Nope.
I'll throw a race up right now. Let's just run it. Cool.
Nope.
Chill out.
Nope. Y'all can have fun. I'm good.
No. Oh
my God. Nope. I'll pass.
Run a demolition derby.
Nope. Pass on that too.
So you mean a typically I race?
Oh, pass on that too.
I heard that. Yeah.
What'd you say?
No.
I just killed that motherfucker.
Every 3 laps, there's a caution for someone spinning an AI or some shit. Always.
No, the last few have been good. What you mean?
I haven't been there for the last few, so I don't know.
We quite literally ran Daytona in the ARCA cars, and it actually was enjoyable.
We finished it like real quick too. Oh,
fucking soy boy, Jesus Christ!
I had Am in my ear.
Dude, I was fishing for a fucking argument so bad right there.
Tell me like, is this for real? I'm like, yeah, no, this is for real.
Holy shit!
Oh, dude, I was ready